presented by Kia of downtown L.A., the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on. Johnny I is at the Boise, Idaho compound.
Boise. That's like 4 hours from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the exact city?
Coeur d'Alene is the closest major city. I'm in Hayden Lake, Idaho.
Hayden Lake, huh? I'll have to work
fancy.
with to come up with something creative for that. He's in the
Please do.
Idaho compound. How about that?
Perfect.
There we go. And Mace is talking about his will. That's what he was talking to me in the break, about his will.
Talking about my will.
Maze,
Yeah.
am I in your will? Can I have your massage chair so I
The
can bring it to
last thing
Idaho?
you need is anything from me.
No, but
in
here's
your
what I want.
Idaho compound.
No, here's what I want.
Yeah.
I have no massage chair in the Idaho compound. Can I have that if
I
you
thought
die?
you got a massage chair. Wasn't it part of a package deal?
Yeah, I just haven't ordered it yet. Then I could weigh the chance of how long you live versus whether I should put out the money.
Nothing is imminent. I can tell you nothing is imminent.
You don't have a growth in your mouth like Travis?
But I do have... No. I do have a new niece.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a new niece
really?
today. Yeah.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah,
I
you
hear.
sound really excited.
She's
The
8
biggest show
pounds,
on the
9
radio,
ounces.
Mason and Ireland, starts right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So
Morales, you would absolutely love this place. It's like this place was built for Chris Morales. This is the days in Idaho.
your home or the whole city?
The whole setup. Here's what
Okay.
we do. We get up, we golf, we come back and eat, then we go to the lake, then we eat, we might golf again, then we go drink, and then we lather, rinse, and repeat.
I love it.
That's
I love
life.
it.
Perfect for you.
Now, let me ask you, did you already have a crew of people out there, or are you just
Yes.
meeting new people?
No, I've been coming here for 25 years.
And so you've met people along the way?
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Many of them were here Friday. I'm still cleaning up. Yeah, it's great. I got to get you up here. You'll love it.
I will, but I want to do it as a
How was
surprise.
Pebble, by the
Pebble
way?
was incredible.
Yeah.
Did you play well?
I played great for, those are, as you know, those are not easy
Very hard
courses.
courses. What was your favorite one?
Pebble by far, because Pebble was a sunny day, so that was perfect. It was
Weather
Friday.
is a big part of that trip.
The other two courses, Spanish Bay and Spyglass, they were cloudy, overcast days, which Pebble is. I mean, that whole area is.
I like Spyglass as much as Pebble. I think
Spyglass was great.
Is spectacular. I hate Spanish Bay because it's links.
Yeah,
But-
it's a very tough course. I rattled off 4 pars in a row, including
That a
parring.
boy.
Yeah, the number one handicap hole.
It was all 710 crew, right?
Tommy Lamb, chairman of the Fun and Games Department, David Kent, and Mark Cates.
Did everyone get along, or did you want to throw someone off
No.
the trip by the end?
Well, there was a lot of alcohol and food, so
Yeah,
we
that
were
helped.
enjoying
Where'd
that.
you guys stay when you were
At the lodge. I know where you're
you
going.
have to stay
Okay.
at the lodge, Mace, to get on at Pebble.
Now,
That's
I
how they,
heard.
That's
I
how they
heard,
get your money.
Tell me if this is true. Did
Yes.
anybody share a room up there at the lodge?
So here's how this got set up. Tommy Lamb, this was for his 50th birthday.
Oh,
which
happy
was,
birthday,
well, it was
Tommy.
January. It was
Okay.
a while.
Shouts out to you, Tommy.
He said, I want to do this Pebble Beach trip. He identified the people that were most likely dumb enough to spend this amount of money.
Okay.
And that he would enjoy around. Okay? Being around for 4 days. Travel, everything. Then he said, we have to book the lodge for 2 nights to get to, as John said, that's how you get a Pebble tea time. The cost of that, split up 2 ways, it's a lot.
Yeah, right.
Then
Staggering,
Mark Cates came in and said, no, I want a room by myself.
Okay, that makes
that's
sense.
a high roller
he's
right
an
there.
adult human being.
Which forced David Kent on a rollaway bed into Tommy and I's room, which was nice. I was all for it because
Wait a
I
minute,
said,
3 of you stayed in the same room?
I said, guess what? That cuts it up
That's
to
a
a
power
third.
move by Cates right there.
Yeah.
That cuts it up into 3.
Cates, that's a flex
Yeah,
right
That
there.
is excellent, Mark
Yeah.
Cates.
Now, why would you not, if you're going all this way and it's like a once in a life, why would you not spring for the room for
Because, Mace,
solo?
the rooms are like $1,500, $2,000 a
No
night.
way. Oh, I would stay at the Super 8 down the road.
You can't. Then you can't get on a Pebble.
You can't get on a Pebble.
Oh, wow.
And by the way, staying off property is a headache because you have to get on property. And getting on property is not that easy.
Okay.
So it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the
that's a
rooms-
bucket list thing, wouldn't you say, Chris? Had you ever played Pebble before?
Never had played, and it was incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did it.
Where's the next place you're going to go play?
He wants to come to Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
Oh, Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
But
The
do you want
Coeur d'Alene
Tommy?
Open.
Do you want Tommy Lamb, Cates, and
All
Kent
are
there?
welcome.
Okay, there we go.
As long as
Wait
you
a minute.
golf.
Yesterday I brought this up and you said, no, I'm not invited.
Well,
You're
what are
not-
you going to
you don't
do up there?
golf.
Yeah, you don't golf.
I swim. I get in your. Don't you have a boat, like a pontoon
Yeah,
boat out
but we
there?
don't take the
and-
boat out until golf's
What
over.
about fishing? Do you go fishing
Hell
up there
no.
on Lake Coeur d'Alene? Because I do like a good fishing
do?
trip. Oh, I grew up fishing. Are you
When's
kidding
the last
me?
time you've gone fishing?
1978.
It's been 20 years, but remember, we owned a place on the lake.
Yacht Rock was new music back when you went fishing.
We owned a place on Lake Erie and fished all the time. White bass, walleye, perch. We did a lot of fishing.
The walleye, huh?
Oh, the walleye. Walleye
I've
season
never
was
fished.
a big deal.
I've never fished.
I'd
go fishing with you. Anytime you want, I'll go on a fishing bit with
Chris, you would hate it.
Oh, it's great.
I'll bring the worms, I think. Do they still use worms?
Worms, flies, yeah.
Okay.
Fishing is
Lures.
so boring, it's indescribable.
Oh, it's so good. It's so meditative.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very meditative. You sit there.
Boring as hell, Chris.
Sit there and relax and focus.
Who needs to relax when you got 120 to the pin for birdie?
There you
Exactly.
go. That's the difference between me and Ireland.
By the way, our ESPN LA Golf Classic is coming up. Tickets will go on sale in August, or foursomes will. And the par 3 challenge has been brought up. It's scheduled. I don't know what the bit is this year. But if you're, it could be Ireland versus Travis.
Well,
yeah,
last year we Mason played me, and I gave him 27 strokes over 9 holes.
Yeah,
and he was actually competitive.
Yeah,
having 8 holes to beat him.
Yeah,
but now I think Mason and I should be on the same team.
Okay,
and take someone on.
Really?
Well, it's best ball, Mace. So we'll only use your good shot.
Oh, so yeah, mine will always be the worst ball.
Well, no, and if you get lucky and knock one in, we count.
Well, I would do that. I'd do a best ball thing.
Okay, well, we'll
you know, the other,
you know what it would be? You know what would be, Mace? A good match would be me and you against Travis Slee. Because Travis is an excellent golfer and Slee isn't.
Slee is not a good golfer?
No. I don't know if he's a bad golfer. I don't think he golfs.
Yeah, we should do that. I'll do a best ball. That's great. I'll go out and take a couple of swings and see if I can recapture the magic.
Okay.
or if we wanted to make it really interesting, Chris, we could do alternate shot.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Don't do best ball.
It's being scheduled for fun and frivolity. So look, we got a month and a half.
Now you heard yesterday, Cappy has challenged me to do 40 push-ups.
I heard something about that.
Mace, I think you can do it. I'm betting money on you.
I would bet money.
The little
on me.
amount of mythical money I have left after Bergman took $100,000 from me for that stupid softball game.
Sure did.
I told my trainer that I had this thing coming up last night, and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Once you get past 25, it's all mental."
Now, do you have a weird thing with your trainer, like in succession, like? Remember that storyline?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What was the storyline? Just
film. Yeah, you don't want to go there.
With Ronan?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
No, I do not have that at all. No, he's a trainer to the stars. And
me.
Of course.
And
me.
Of course.
Yeah. But no, yesterday, just cold, I did 18 push-ups, bam, like that.
So what, you want to do 40?
40.
That's a big jump.
But I've got
That's
2
like
months.
saying you run like a 10-minute mile, and now you got to run a 4-minute mile.
Don't I have 2 months to get this done?
I guess.
Yeah.
No, the golf tournament's sooner than
like
that.
in a month and a half.
Month and a half, 6 weeks. I got plenty of time.
The golf tournament's at the end of August.
Well, first week of September. First week of
September. That is the fourth and final gigantic event of the year, signature event.
It's like the fourth major, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. But we might have some like bowling stuff we're talking about in November.
Oh, really?
To help with.
I'll take Mookie Betts on my team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mookie's good.
But maybe some Christmas stuff. But yeah, this is our fourth signature event.
Okay, good. And I think it's been a very successful year.
And you know what? We've had a pretty good run.
Except for the rained-out pickleball.
Yeah, the
tournament.
pickleball was a bummer this year.
Yeah.
But it will bounce back next year.
I hope so.
Ireland worked really hard to get ready for it.
I know. I trained.
And
we didn't even play.
And I played a game to get ready for it. And still didn't happen. So we got a lot today.
Do we?
What's the whiteboard for? We have a brand new spinnable whiteboard.
Are you putting us on a budget or something?
No. So here's the thing. We have that whiteboard that kind of floats in here on the floor and everybody falls all over it. We're getting rid of the whiteboards on the other side. We're going to idea paint, where you write right on the wall.
Really?
Well, I wanted
did that in college. It's fun.
See, there you go. I wanted whiteboards mounted on the wall, but they're not big on that. They want to go to just idea
They're
paint.
not big on mounting?
No, not back
Boy,
there.
and that's your specialty.
Well, no, I am a Mountee.
Oh, you're the Mountee.
I get
That's
mounted.
Right.
Yeah.
But mounting is your area of expertise.
So these whiteboards we no longer need because we're going to idea paint. So I said, let's roll this one in. That way we can move it around for our bits.
Okay,
When
that's
you
good.
guys do softball teams,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
when we need like, hey, today is this day, whatever, well, we'll use it for a lot of different
Okay,
purposes.
good. We'll do that.
Don't you think it's better than the one on the floor?
Anything's
yes,
better than
it
the one
is
on the floor.
better than
Right.
the one on the floor. Yeah, no, it's great. I feel like you're going to turn it over and it's going to have like an org chart or something.
No.
No org charts?
There's no like weird corporate thing to this. It's just a whiteboard.
Now, let me throw one more thing in. So there's a movie screening tonight.
Yes,
from our station owner, Craig Carmazon.
He's the founder and CEO of the company.
Okay, and he's made a movie called Mel
Yes.
about his dad, the legendary Mel Carmazon.
And when we say a movie, he hired a 30 for 30 team to do it.
Yeah, and it's going to screen tonight at the Grammy Museum.
Yes.
We're really excited about it. And my first thought was, John, what is business casual? It says business casual. Now, Morales is wearing...
Suit, no tie.
I'm not in a full suit. I'm in jeans and a blazer. I'm in open shirt.
I'm in jeans and a sweater.
Okay, so...
Not as perfect.
So let's hold up there for a second.
Yeah.
So Corporate Greg yesterday asked me what he, because Corporate Greg's got his look of business casual, which is very good for his look.
Yeah, right.
Meaning that he really looks good in the sweater, dress shirt, slacks.
Right.
I don't look as good on the sweater because I'm a little bit rounder than Corporate
Right,
Greg, so I do
right.
the blazers.
Yeah.
And he's not really a blazer because he said, should I wear a blazer? I go, well, that's not really your look. Do your look. His is a sweater shirt thing. Yours is not a sweater and shirt.
Why?
You're wearing a Sunday Swagger golf polo with an Under Armour quarter zip.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's a golf. I said nothing's wrong with it, but don't characterize it as a sweater and shirt.
That's
a quarter zip.
Wait a minute, is this or is this not a sweater?
That's
it
a
is
quarter
made of
zip.
sweater material.
It's a
It
quarter
happens
zip.
to have a zipper. It's a sweater with a zipper.
It's a
not
quarter zip
quarter
outerwear.
Zip. Yeah.
Is that not? That's not a quarter zip.
No, this is a sweater with a zipper.
That's quarter zip outerwear.
It's also light jeans. They're
Yeah,
not
well, that's
dark
it.
jeans.
Oh.
Yeah.
These are like regular.
That's
Levi
light denim.
jeans.
Blue jeans.
So when I was walking out the door today, I asked Juana what. So he said, "Just go as you."
Yeah.
So this is what I got. This is what I'm rolling with.
By the way, when you asked me earlier, is it fine? I said it's fine.
Yeah, you said it's
but don't characterize it
But
as
I'm
a
like-
sweater and shirt.
It is a sweater and shirt, and I'm a little bit neurotic about it.
Obviously.
I mean, again, you look fine, and yeah, it's very Mason-esque.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it
dressed
is.
up for Mason, Chris.
Yeah.
So-
now, are you going to partake in the cocktail hour?
Oh yeah, I'll
And
be
hors
there.
d'oeuvres.
Juan's coming.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's coming for the movie tonight.
Is he going to tell me about how great everything is, and you've never been happier?
I don't think he'll speak
like he
to
did
you.
at the Yachtly Crew concert.
No, does he
Talk about the
respond
hot
to your
tub.
Does he respond to your text messages?
I haven't texted him in a while.
But has he ever responded to
Yes.
a text message? What did he say?
Well, are you talking about in that group text? He responded.
Unsubscribe.
But our separate text messages,
Yeah.
he responds.
I'll make sure he doesn't talk to you.
No, he can talk to me. I just was wondering what I got to be ready for it.
Right.
Chris, cut a hot tub deal.
Yeah.
By the
right.
way,
There's
one of
no
the
deal.
highlights of Pebble Beach Sunday morning at the beach club.
Hot tub?
The hot tub overlooking the ocean
Oh, how
at
nice
7
is
a.m.
that?
Oh,
How nice is
It's
that?
pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
and
That's
the people that
beautiful.
were in there, the older people that are the members of this, the beach club is like Jim Nance put in money to start the beach club.
Right.
And if you, I got
Okay.
choked up thinking
Yeah.
about it. If you're a guest at the lodge, you get to use the beach club. So I'm in there with older people that go there every day.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about like $billion deals, and I'm just sitting there like, oh yeah, you should go for that. I mean, these people, the homes there, and Ireland knows, and this is not people's first home.
Right.
This is your second or third home.
Yes.
That starts at $40 million. Incredible the amount of wealth around that property.
Yeah.
But the property is the most beautiful golf property in the world.
Yeah.
By far. We
All
should
right.
go to Pebble.
Just to observe it,
You got a lot of money.
just to watch it.
Come on, you'll stay in the hotel. You'll stay in the lodge with me. We'll get David
is
Kelly.
pretty
what?
spectacular.
I would take the Kate's approach to it. Not sharing rooms at this point in my life. All right, coming up next for you, John, the Big Ten media have voted. Where do USC and UCLA rank going into this season? I got
Right, well,
that.
there's three things I want to talk about before Sports Graffiti because I want the listeners to react to it. So we got a lot to get to in the next segment.
Okay, all that stuff is coming up. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BB Go is the official game day snack of the Lakers. They promise bold, authentic Korean flavor, whether for a meal or a snack. BB Go's the perfect way to flavor up for your next get-together. It's America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. Now, I get my BB Go at Ralph's, but it's available at every major grocery chain in the freezer aisle. BB Go knows food brings people together. There's no better way than to share some premium, delicious Korean flavors. You can find BB Go everywhere. Get on it soon. BB Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers.
Starting Monday, September 9th, there's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it means the 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block begins an hour earlier. Even more live and local LA sports talk on 710 ESPN. The Travis and Sliwa Show will start at 9 a.m. Mason and Ireland move back to noon to 3, and Shitano and Cappy start the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., we are the destination for LA sports. It's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it begins Monday, September 9th.
Kids, KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids.
Donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Enjoy Pechanga's world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, and golf, and of course, 24/7 gaming excitement. Head to Pechanga Resort Casino, just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
Hey, it's Travis.
And Slee. By now you have heard about our good friends at the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve.
Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ORDER to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ORDER to 321321. That's ORDER to 321321. And it is Mesa and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Is it Disco Tuesday?
Yeah, I like it better.
There you go.
Disco.
So, Ireland.
Yeah.
The Big Ten Media Day thing has come. I guess it was yesterday. No, it's today.
How many teams are in the Big Ten now? 18?
God, that's such a weird question. How many teams are in the Big
18.
Ten?
I would be
18.
surprised if UCLA was not picked 18th.
They were picked 15th.
Who's behind them?
Michigan State, Indiana, and Purdue.
Wow, those
Rutgers?
teams must be really bad.
Rutgers
Rutgers has Greg Schiano.
Yeah, Rutgers is at 9. The top of it goes Ohio State.
I'm guessing USC is not in the top 5.
They're 6.
Oh, they're close.
USC is 6. It goes Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Michigan, Iowa, USC, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Rutgers, and UW.
I think USC can finish ahead of both Penn State and Iowa.
I completely agree with you. I love your attitude.
Yeah, I think they're better than both those teams. And they get Penn State at the Coliseum.
Yes.
Do they play Iowa this year?
They do not play Iowa.
Zero chance. They will be
Listen to
right around UCLA level.
So,
no,
maybe a
UCLA,
little
Greg,
higher.
is going to win 3 games, and USC is going to win 6 or 7.
Okay, 6 or 7, so it's just a little bit higher. It's not going to be much
Wait a minute,
higher.
double is a little bit higher?
Well, yeah, with an 18 teams, yeah, they're going to win.
USC is going to win 8 or 9. I don't know
Out of
where
18
you guys
teams,
are.
they're still going to end up around 10, 12.
Yeah, I think
That's
USC
not much better than
But
UCLA.
I think USC is going to be a 9-win team.
No way.
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They are.
We'll see.
We will, absolutely. Up close, here on the home of the Trojans, 710 ESPN.
All right, let me ask you guys something because I want people to react to this at the top of the hour when we do Sports Graffiti.
Okay.
Did you read the story I sent you about the Raiders opening training camp today in Costa Mesa?
Yeah.
All right, so this is really interesting, and it affects all four of us because Mason's a Rams fan, Brian roots for the Chargers, and Greg and I are Raider fans. So the Raiders open training camp at Costa Mesa today, but the Rams and Chargers have blocked them from promoting it.
Yes.
Because both LA teams have territorial rights in Southern California. That means no practices, no LA media, no fans can attend Raiders camp.
Now they can practice.
No open practices.
No open practices,
so people,
right.
You just can't walk in and watch practice like you can with the Rams and the Chargers.
Right.
Nonsense.
No LA media, Mace. So, like, they can't invite Jim Hill and Rob Fukuzaki and those
But can
guys.
they go and cover it?
I don't think so.
Oh, they're not even allowed to cover Raiders training camp.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I know they can't invite them.
Well, why are the Raiders on our turf? Why did they come here? Why don't they do it in Vegas or in Oakland or somewhere like that?
They wanted to get out of Vegas, but here's the more interesting thing. The Cowboys are exempt from this. You know why?
Because Jerry Jones allowed Stan Kroenke to build a big stadium?
Well, that's probably the real reason, but the reason they're giving is that they're grandfathered in. They were going to Oxnard before the Rams and the Raiders got here.
It is true.
So that's why they're in it. Now, my question for all you three of you guys is what the Rams and Chargers are doing, basically exercising their given rights, their territorial rights, smart or petty? Brian, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, it definitely is petty when you come down to it, but I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a little smart, too. It's a little strategy, you know?
Mace?
Totally petty, and I love it. Totally 100% petty, and yes, good, I'm glad.
Greg, here's why, surprisingly, I like it. It's going to make all the Raider fans mad. And none of them are going to switch. None of them are going to become Chargers.
Oh, no. If you're a Raiders fan, you're a Raiders fan, period. You're not switching to the Chargers or the Rams.
No, definitely not the Chargers. And you're not going to change to the Rams. So, yes, it's 100% petty, but I completely understand why they do it.
It's because they can.
Yes,
they've been given that
That's
right.
their legal right.
Yes,
But Mace, what are they scared of? Are they scared that the silver and black is going to indoctrinate everybody and turn them into Raider fans?
I don't think that's it. Think about this, John. When you have a training camp and everybody's coming to cover it and Jim Hill and all those guys are coming, it's all over the news. Why would the Rams and Chargers want to add another team to the shelf space of Los Angeles sports? In other words,
and throw the Cowboys in there too.
Yeah, Cowboys in there too. Why there's only an appetite for a certain amount of this, and the Rams and the Chargers have paid dearly to own this territory. Why would they allow somebody to why would they allow interlopers? I don't think they should have interlopers.
Interlopers. They shouldn't. They absolutely shouldn't. You're right. But for teams like the Saints, like that, you're stopping the Saints. People from going to see the Saints. I get the Raiders. As a Raider fan, I understand.
You mean because the Saints and Raiders are doing joint practices?
Yes, because the Saints and Raiders.
Right, but
so
I mean,
nobody can go see the Saints. I understand what they want to do with the Raiders. I get it with the Raiders, but with the Saints, I don't think it's a Raiders thing. I think it's no matter what team wanted to come here and practice, they were not allowed to do it. They're not permitted.
Well, they're allowed to do it, but they're subject
not,
to these restrictions.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it was the Saints and the Falcons, do you think they're going to do anything about it?
Yeah, you can't.
I don't think they would
I
stop
think
it.
they absolutely will. They would.
Greg.
They would be smart. Well,
they're scared of the Raiders.
They'd be stupid not to block every team. It is contractual. They own this territory. Why would they allow anybody to come in and practice and steal any of the media attention that goes along with it?
Nobody's arguing that it's not the right thing to do, but I do think that they would allow it if it was the Saints and the Jags.
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I think you're right, Craig.
You think they would allow the Saints to do it?
Yeah, because who cares about the Saints?
Yeah, see, I don't think they would allow anybody to do it. Why would they?
There's not one fan in Los Angeles who's like, I can go to Saints fan. Now I'm a Saints fan. Like, it just doesn't.
Right, but I don't think it's about that. I think it's about territory. I don't. Raider fans are Raider fans, Rams fans are Rams fans, and both Charger fans are Charger fans.
I think it does have a factor, though, that L.A. still is huge Raider territory, though.
Oh, of course it is.
So
it is huge
the highest
Raider
ratings
territory.
of the three teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge Raiders territory. So why would the Rams? That's why I said I think this is perfectly petty. Keep them the hell
They
out
hate
of here.
us because they ain't us, Greg. They're
That's
scared
right.
of the silver
You
and black.
are the lamest
Bring it
Raiders
in,
fan.
bring it in, Ireland.
Ireland is a Raiders fan sometimes, not
Today.
a Raiders fan other.
Yeah, I
Khalil
might
Mack's
switch
gone.
tomorrow.
He's-
I might switch tomorrow to the Rams or the Chargers because they
Listen
can't
to
go
him.
to practice.
What kind of fan is that? What
This-
kind of fan is
this
that?
is your
we don't have
moment.
a quarterback. I quit.
This is
We
your
don't-
moment,
we
Ireland.
traded
This is
Khalil
the
Mack.
moment.
I quit.
Here's the time, right now. Pledge your allegiance to the Raider Nation right now.
Today, I'm a Raiders fan.
No,
until
forever.
they do something stupid
Why are you
again.
not
forever.
forever a Raiders? I don't understand this
Yeah,
mentality.
I can't quit them.
Yeah, but I mean, you come on and you bag on them and say, I'm not this year.
They
It's
have
not.
no quarterback.
Yeah, but the point is,
Why should I
fans
put up with that? They have
fans
no
stick
quarterback.
with their teams.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
When when the Rams went 5-12, I was still going to games because you have to because you're a fan.
Yeah, except if they would have kept Jeff Fisher, you would have stopped going.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd still be
You would
there.
have gone to watch Jeff Fisher go 6-10 every year.
Well, I mean, obviously they changed the head coach. I was there the first year of Jeff Fisher. I was there for that one year. What was it, 6-10? Or?
You went to see Case Keenum.
Correct.
You
I went to see Case Keenum. I was excited about it.
Right.
And Jared Goff came in for the last 4 games and got sacked 21 times. That was 2016.
I'm excited for Aiden O'Connell. He may not be good, but I'm excited for Aiden
No
O'Connell.
one believes
I'm excited
that
for
you're
Gardner.
excited for Aiden O'Connell.
I am a Raider fan. I'm with them through and through, no matter what. It doesn't matter what's going on with them. They've been bad for a long time.
Right, you're a
Still
conditional
saying
fan.
What are you
yeah.
talking
There's
about?
no
They went
conditions to
17-0
this.
last year.
You're a fair weather fan.
No
like when the
conditions.
weather's really good, I'm a Raiders fan. When the weather's really bad, it's like, they suck. I'm not a Raiders fan anymore.
Well, I want him to get a quarterback. Is that asking too much to go into a season with an actual NFL quality quarterback?
Sure, but there's only so many quarterbacks to go around.
Right. Why didn't we go get one of them?
And why do you think
They
this?
did get a Pro Bowler. Gardner
Why do you
Minshew's a Pro
think,
Bowler.
Ireland, that this isn't a rebuilding year? I've looked at this Raiders team for a while, and I think it's a rebuild. I think the Raiders are
I don't disagree with you.
I think they're right because they're teeing up next year. They're already talking about being near the top of the draft and drafting Shedeur Sanders. I mean, there's a long-term plan. There's a reason why they're $30 million under the salary cap.
He'd be perfect.
Unbelievable for the Raiders, right?
So, see the future. See what it's next year.
And by the way,
Bergman,
trade
would you rather
Devontae
have
Adams.
Shedeur Sanders or Dak Prescott?
Oh, jeez. I mean, we were looking at Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott is
earlier.
going to get $60 million a year.
I
starting
would not
next year.
Sanders, come on down.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not paying Dak Prescott $60
Everybody
million
knows the most valuable
and
thing in the
hamstringing
world
whole
is to have a
entire
young
organization.
quarterback who's cost controlled for 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
That's how you build. So Shedeur makes the most sense there. But John, you don't see the forest for the trees. You're not looking at the horizon for this Raiders team. I don't think they're trying to win this
fan,
year.
Mace, I predict 17-0 every year.
He's back.
So if we don't have a quarterback, how are we going 17-0?
But this is what you have to be. You do it for the Lakers. You can do it for the Raiders.
Yeah, you suck up to the Lakers all the time.
Yeah, but they pay me.
So if the Raiders paid you,
Oh, yeah, let's try that.
right?
I don't think that would work here.
Yeah, we're not on the home of the Los Angeles Rams, 710 ESPN. All right, going to spin the wheel of questions coming up next. That's an interesting conversation. We'll carry it over to Sports Graffiti. Driving around town yesterday, saw a new Jacob billboard, and this is a good one. It's Jacob's picture, and it simply says, "The real deal." And that's what Jacob is. If you're injured in an accident and you got to have an attorney, you want an attorney who is respected, and that is Jacob. You want an attorney who's been helping Southern Californians since the Lakers were playing at the Forum in the 90s. That's Jacob. You want an attorney who doesn't just put his name on the advertising. You want one who's in the office every day working to get you the settlement that you deserve. That's Jacob. And you want an attorney that the insurance companies respect. Trust me, insurance companies know who Jacob is. He is the real deal. So if you've been injured in any kind of accident, do not accept the first settlement offer from the insurance company. Call Jacob. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. And when you call Jacob, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 sent you. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
7
Really excited to see the new schools come into play at the Coliseum. Obviously, you're going to have Notre Dame to finish the season. That's always a special game. But seeing Nebraska showing up, Penn State showing up, LSU at the Collie, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I think both programs, the men's football program and the men's basketball program, are moving in the right direction. And the women's basketball program at USC is going to be ranked top 5 next year. So it's a great time for the USC Trojans to be back on ESPN LA.
I'm really curious to see, what does USC football look like without Caleb Williams? What are the adjustments that Lincoln Riley makes? And what is the defense going to look like in the non-Alex Grinch era?
New conference, new quarterback, just really fired up on the football side. New head coach for basketball, so almost like a really new team, which is going to be awesome. And then returning to prominence for USC women's basketball, to be back to where USC women's basketball is. I'm super excited to see Juju in her second year, but just the rest of the players continue to grow under Coach Gottlieb.
This beautiful thing has been up since the first time SC was here. But guess what? USC is back! And once again, this means something for us. Pumped for this season. USC Athletics back on 710 ESPN.
$818-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy leak detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
So, Slee, Prize Picks, basketball, the NBA basketball at least may be over. But that doesn't mean that you can't play Prize Picks. I play Prize Picks baseball basically from the moment that spring training starts until where we are right now, all through the end of the postseason.
You play the long game.
I have some long game, and I love the short game. And I don't mean to give away any secrets. Shohei Ohtani's a pretty good pick. But this is Prize Picks. You pick 2 to 6 players. You pick more or less on their stat projections. And if you get it right, you can turn $10 into $1,000 on Prize Picks.
Here's what's cool about it. You don't have to be watching your team, but you can. You don't have to be watching your specific squad to a certain sport. You got the WNBA, you got Major League Baseball. You could even look, and I think there's this adds a little bit of drama to what we're doing. Go look at the game tonight. Go make some picks there. You could do it, and all you got to do is put our code in. Download the app today. Use that code 710 for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's code 710 on Prize Picks for a deposit match of up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beach Boys!
Now streaming, the Beach Boys tell their story in a must-see film event.
Brian, Dennis, and Carl, a cousin, Mike Love, and our good friend El Jardine. That's family to me.
Experience the definitive look at America's band.
They were participating in the creation of a California dream.
The fact that what was a family, that's where the success came from.
The Beach Boys, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now streaming on Disney+.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Okay. This comes from, of all people, Bill Plunkett. Haven't heard from Bill in a while. Dodger beat writer for the Orange County Register.
Yeah.
He tweeted last night something to this effect. A lot of people, Mace, including you, Greg, including you, said they didn't want Shohei Ohtani to participate in the home run derby because it might screw up his swing.
Yes.
False.
But that's a
Wait,
myth.
False is Bergman. You never said it.
I did never say
I
that.
did say it.
Wait, Greg, I thought you didn't want
I didn't want
Ohtani in the home run derby.
The only reason I didn't was because the doctor said that he shouldn't. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
so
go
you
ahead
didn't
and
want
play.
him, though.
No, because his elbow hurt, not because.
Okay.
Oh, poor Bill Plunkett.
But
I feel bad for the guy.
Accept the premise, you idiots.
I am accepting the premise.
Greg
he's wrong.
isn't.
No. Well, Greg never said it, so he can't accept the
accept
premise.
something I didn't
He
say.
just said if he's hurt, don't hit. I was the one, so just attack me. I'm the one that said it.
Anyway, Teoscar Hernandez won the home run derby.
Correct.
And no one has been able to get him out since.
Right.
He's 7 for 17 with 2 home runs, and the Dodgers are undefeated since
Right.
returning from the All-Star break. So, Mason, why wouldn't you want Ohtani in the home run derby?
Okay, so, I mean, I'm going to do something that's weird. I don't know if Bill Plunkett has ever done it, but I'm actually going to go with the data of actual players who have hit in the home run derby.
Okay.
And this is a study from the Sabermetric Society of America Baseball Research.
You made that up, right?
No, I'm totally reading it. SABR, Society for American Baseball Research. It says that players who participate in the home run derby, pre-derby, have an average of 969 OPS and a 6% home run rate. After the derby, they have a 926 OPS and a 5.3% home run rate.
Those are almost identical.
No, but they're not. The production goes down. The home run rate goes down, and the OPS goes down historically. So, yes, I'm sorry, Bill Plunkett, but the statistics and the numbers and the data say that there is a decline in the second half of the season among players who participate in the home run derby.
Those
I think if people are going to take your approach, they should just get rid of it.
Well,
why have the home run derby at all?
I have the slam dunk. There's still
they're
guys.
going to get rid of it.
There are still guys who do it. It's still exciting. Teoscar Hernandez, that was exciting, right?
Those numbers are false too.
Why are they false?
Because they're from 1999. The home run derby changed.
Right. In other words, it's a larger database.
You can't
larger,
go with a larger sample
more
size.
players.
It's a totally different home run derby now than it was in 1999. It's been a different home run derby since like 2014 or whenever it happened to be that they changed to the format that they're in now, and they keep changing that format. Just in this last one, you only had 3 minutes.
Right.
You couldn't just stand up and swing as many times and trying to get to like 10 outs.
Right, but
it changed everything.
I don't get how you can argue the actual numbers that your second half goes down. Your
only get
home
a
run
certain
rate
amount of
goes down.
pitches.
Baseball people believe what Mason just said. They should just get rid of the home run derby.
Yeah.
Well, as long as people still want to do it. I mean, I just don't know where Bill Plunkett's coming from.
He says the myth of the home run derby.
It's not a
jinx
myth. There's
took
actual
another hit. No,
there's
I'm-
actual data, Bill.
I'm with Bill. I'm with Teoscar Hernandez. I watched him win a game by himself last
I'm
night.
actually going to stick with something called facts. I actually
here's a fact.
prefer
Without
facts.
Teoscar Hernandez, the Dodgers probably get shut out last night.
And by the way, Bobby Witt Jr., he was the other guy that was in the home run derby final. Since the All-Star break,
Right.
he is 12 for 15 with 2 home runs, a double, a triple, 6 RBIs, and he's...
So your sample size is 2 guys.
No, he's 15. He's 12 for
But
his
your
last
sample
15.
size is 2 guys, right?
He's
The
not
2
getting
guys
out.
that were in the final.
Right.
What about the rest of them?
He has an 800 batting average since the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, look. Here's the thing. The
with you, Ireland.
numbers the numbers go down for guys that participate in the home run derby, and by the way, they go up for guys for the rest of the league. Guys generally have better second halves than first halves.
This is the old, you can spin numbers to say whatever you want.
Literally,
look at Teoscar Hernandez.
Right,
Look at him.
He's a guy, one guy, and I'm talking about
Bobby,
since
Greg just gave you
I'm
another
talking
guy.
about
Bobby
since
Witt's doing the same thing.
1999. Everybody who participated in the home run derby since 1999 is the basis for this.
It's such
Right.
a myth.
The 2 guys that did it last week, nobody can get them out.
Well, we'll find out what happens to the other 6 guys.
You're also saying it's 8 guys are in the home run derby. 8 out of the entire league.
Correct.
So, of course, more guys are going to hit better in the second half.
Why?
There's only 8 guys
They're the
that
best
do
8
it.
guys. They're the best 8 guys that
No,
are going to
they're
the home
not.
run
It's
derby.
like the slam dunk
They're
contest. The
the
best
home
guys
run
all
rate
said
goes
no.
down.
Bryce Harper said no.
The
Shohei Ohtani
home
said
run
no.
rate goes
Aaron
down.
Judge
Home
said
run
no.
rate goes down.
But all of
home
theirs-
run rate goes down. I don't know how to explain it any other way. You guys are
You're
so
smallest of sample sizes.
You're brainwashed by Bill Plunkett.
No, you're
Bill
brainwashed.
Plunkett sends
you're
out
you're
a
an
tweet.
analytics brainwash
I'm looking at the
guy.
actual numbers, the evidence,
you're
the
so far
proof,
off
the
in this.
data.
Yeah, that's guys like you are ruining the game.
Guys
James
like
came
Bill
out and
Plunkett
said-
are talking out their asses, and so are you.
No, you are.
I'm talking about facts.
The facts
These are the facts.
The
went
facts
full
are that the
sabermetric.
In the last 25 years, guys that participate in the home run derby see a decline in their home run rate in the second half.
It's such a myth. It's
Right.
such
Well,
a
if Bobby Witt and Teoscar Hernandez both have better second halves than first halves, will you take it back?
No, I want to see what the other 6 guys do.
I think Pete Alonso.
There are
is doing
more.
okay
You're
so far.
only naming 2 guys. There were 6 guys. There
Vladdy
were 8
made
guys
it to the
total.
final.
Right, but there were 8 guys total in the home run derby. You'd have to look at all 8 guys. They all participated in the home run derby. I guess I just don't understand how you can argue with the facts, but you're entitled.
They changed everything in the home run
Just
derby.
making
it's not the
sure.
same thing.
Are you allowed to say that?
Making it up.
Did you finish the word?
I didn't.
Should I do it anyway? Yeah, let's just
do
it
it
anyway.
just for the
Yeah.
F of it.
Somebody will try and cancel you.
Yeah. So, oh, God.
So this should be a really good sports graffiti. You can talk about the Raiders getting screwed by the Rams and the Chargers, and Mason not understanding that everybody should be in the home
And
run.
Ireland talking out of his Plunkett.
Me and Bill Plunkett.
You're a Bill Plunkett puppet.
You're
like
proud
little,
to be.
You're like Little Bill.
Proud to
Just
be
like
Little
Lil
Bill.
Cappy. You're like Little Bill.
And by the way, if
By the way, Little Bill
Bill's-
ain't. He'd taken that as a compliment. Little Bill.
Yeah, I'm kissing up to Plunkett because didn't Greg you say that Michigan State's one of the 3 teams picked to finish below UCLA?
Below UCLA.
They must be really bad.
So I took an Uber into work today because there's a big event tonight, and Juan's going to meet me later on. But the Uber driver, the moment I got in Ireland, was like, I knew that he knew who I was.
How'd you know?
Because he like jumped and looked at me and then thought about saying something, then didn't say anything. He was wearing a Dodgers hat, so I'm like,
Did
hey.
he have the station on the car radio?
No, he has it in his ear. He's listening to it because he doesn't want passengers don't necessarily want to hear the station. So he says he puts on generic music and then listens to the station on his earpiece. And his name, he actually said the funniest thing about Bergman. So Jesse Norris is his name.
So at some point he obviously came clean.
Oh, yeah. He was wearing a Dodger hat. I said, so you're a Dodger fan? And he goes, yeah, and I love your show. I just left the door open. We talked the entire way. So Jesse said about Bergman, he said, I don't think Bergman is negative. But everything he sounds negative. Everything he says sounds negative.
Huh. That's probably true. I get that a lot, actually. But I'm very positive.
You
I'm
are
actually,
a positive
I'm a very
person.
positive.
Yeah, Mason is the glass half empty.
No,
guy.
my ass, I am. I'm not a glass half empty guy. I'm a glass.
I like to be
My glass
realistic.
is overflowing.
I like to be realistic, and if I'm talking about my teams, if I see a problem, I'm going to say this is a problem.
Yeah, like the Raiders have no quarterback.
Wait a minute, glass half empty guy. I'm the one that says USC's going to win 9 games. I'm the one that says the Rams are going to win 10 games.
You don't want Shohei in the home run derby.
I just don't want his numbers to go down like everybody else have since 1999.
It's all nonsense.
Yeah, the guy who hits right behind him is tearing the cover off the ball and won a game by himself last night.
Do you believe in the Madden curse also?
No, I don't believe in the Madden curse.
Okay.
Because
it's the same thing.
Home run derby curse. No evidence
Madden
of the
curse
Madden
is the
curse.
same thing. It's
Greg,
all nonsense.
There's no evidence.
That's an
There's
excellent comparison.
There's no evidence.
There is.
What is the evidence?
The following seasons.
The following season, they all get hurt.
Every year, I think
There
that's
was like a 10-year
exaggerated. Is it
stretch.
every year somebody gets hurt on the Madden
No,
curse?
but it's not every year with the home run derby either.
Yeah.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. did not go down. Pete Alonso did not go down. All the guys that won didn't go down.
No, they just tailed off.
No, oh my God, such a silly argument.
No, it is a silly argument because I've got numbers right in front of me that say you're wrong.
Yeah, you're a Bill James. Bill James came out and said that analytics have gone out of control and everybody's spinning numbers the wrong way.
And you're just
That's
talking
you.
out of your ass. Just making stuff. You're
Mr.
both
spin the wrong
ass
way.
talkers, big ass talkers,
spin
talking
the
out of
other
your
way.
ass. Just say whatever
Spinner.
you want. Who cares? You can spin. All right, you're listening to ESPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. They could not be prouder. Coming up next for you.
That's actually true.
Going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Gave you lots of stuff to chew on there. We'll do it coming up next. Everything is fair game. 15, 20 seconds airtime is yours. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You know, like, I got to talk to them in French. I wanted to ask, like, if I could take the kids, because not every winery allows kids.
Oh, that's true.
Right? So I wanted to write them, hello, I would like to make a reservation for my family to visit your winery. I'm like, all right, let's see if Google Translate works. So it translated for me. Bonjour, j'aimerais faire une réservation pour ma famille. Visitez votre goûter de la une Juliette. Nous les géons à proximité. Autorisez-vous les infanter dans l'établissement? Merci, Jorge.
Love that.
Oh my gosh.
Sedano and Cap, every weekday after Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Next Gen is the official AC Heat and Plumbing Company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews and happy customers. Right now, get an $88 drain cleaning and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. So, if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and say goodbye to your AC heating and plumbing problems.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN. Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Gotta remember what mic to turn. There we go. All right, it's sports graffiti time. Ireland is in Idaho. You are on the phones. Let's do this thing. Let's go to Bo. Bo, you're on sports graffiti. Go, Bo.
Yeah, listen, John Ireland. Hey, man, you were my closest thing, man, to Chick Hearn, man.
Oh, that's very nice
If
of
you
you.
ever leave the Lakers or if they ever get rid of you, I'm gone too, man, because you are the best. And you need to talk to the people in Bristol, man. Let them bring back Trudell and Thompson in the mornings, man. 'Cause that 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. slot.
Bo,
trash, man.
you just got to talk to Bergman.
Yeah, that's Bergman.
That's a Bergman call.
Winter Thompson and Trudell coming back on the air.
Bergman, Winter Thompson, and Trudell
by
coming
popular
back.
demand.
When you guys leave.
No.
So next week, Thompson and Trudell.
Going to be a while. I'm not going anywhere. Let's go to Carlos. Carlos, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Carlos.
Hey, what's going on? Carlos out of Florida. Just want to say hello to everybody in L.A. I miss it. I wish I was there. Go Lakers. And Mason, you are right. There is a drop-off on the home run derby.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A man that's educated
What's that guy
enough
know? He
to
lives
look
in
at the actual
Florida.
numbers.
Who would move to Florida?
By the way,
I'm trusting a guy from Florida. Let's get out of here.
Let's go to Brandon. Brandon, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Brandon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mace. I wasn't listening Thursday, but when I listened back, I got to give a big shout-out to you. Thank you. I sent the wedding invitation with my fiance Emily, big listener, so much love to you and the show, as always. We appreciate that.
We saved the date, but there was nowhere to give a gift yet.
Oh, I have no idea. I'll have to talk to my fiance. You know, she sent that out, not me. But besides that, I'm with you on the home run derby. It's obviously because they switched it up this year. That's the only reason why that the players aren't doing much. And last thing, Artie sucks. I got to get that in every time.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's a unanimous verdict.
It's like
on
Angel
Artie.
fans have given up getting rid of Artie Moreno.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what they can do. Actually,
I don't think they can do anything.
Yeah, let's go to Anthony. Anthony, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey, guys. So, Mason, about the home run derby,
yes.
I believe that you should go home then do a little bit of research from about 2014 and to now, or have one of the interns do it, and then tomorrow, or let's say Friday, come back with the stats and compare that to the 1999.
It's a large project you were suggesting. So since what year?
2014.
So he wants me to map out every Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, thank you for the call. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. For the next 10 years.
Blow off the movie about your boss's dad and go study the analytics.
Yeah,
from the
I'm gonna lay out the
last
history
10
of everybody that participated in the home run
or
derby
just bring
since
your
2014.
laptop in there and just do it while the movie's going on.
I'm excited
no one
for the
would
movie.
care, right?
I used to work for that guy. I used to work for Mel Karmazin.
I'm really excited for that.
Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey guys, I just had a question regarding Jeannie Buss, and if she's really serious about winning, I understand the cap situation and all that, but why wouldn't she give somebody like Sam Presti, like a Godfather offer, to come and be the president of basketball ops over here and just let him handle everything?
It's interesting. Sam Presti's a great general manager. I don't think they're necessarily in the move for not at all looking for a general manager right now, and I think it's kind of. Rich Paul's obviously all wrapped up in the organization with Rob Pelinka. I think they're all on the same page, which is what you need when you've got LeBron James. But I don't think that rules out the idea that post-LeBron you'd have a different general manager.
Yeah, and there are people outside Los Angeles that think differently about the Lakers than inside. As a matter of fact, after Sports Graffiti, we'll get into it. The Austin Rivers had a really interesting clip that he threw on social media yesterday. So I don't think the sky is as dark as other people do, but maybe it is. We'll see.
All right, let's go to Steve. Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, guys, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Question, Ireland.
Yeah.
Now that LeBron's carrying the flag in the Olympics, do you foresee him getting actively involved in the 24 election like he did in 2020?
That's a good question. I haven't heard him talk about the election at all, but I'm not with him. I mean, he's obviously at the Olympics. Like, I'm with him during the season all the time. But I haven't heard him weigh in on the election. Mace, have you?
No, have not. But I imagine he will, and I think we know which way he'll go.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's running. Let's go to Molly. Molly, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Molly.
Hey, Mace. Welcome back to Ireland. Just calling because it's day 8. Bergie leaving the chat, and I'm just calling to ask Bergie to come back and restore order in the chat for all your fans, Bergie. We miss you.
Molly, is this for the YouTube chat?
Yeah, the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
People love Bergman in the YouTube chat.
We won't bring up that you're 0-4 at the softball game anymore, Bergie.
Molly, it was 0 for 3. Like, if you're going to do it,
yeah,
at least
but
get the right
you had
number.
a lot of 0 for 4 energy.
But Greg, your team won.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I have no issue with going 0 for 3.
Hitless. Yeah, get back in the chat. They're all asking for you.
No.
Why?
No, I think...
Soft? You getting soft?
To be honest, I always thought that it was very important for me to be involved with the listeners, be in the YouTube chat, be in the communities, be like all those things.
Sure.
And,
no one cares.
They ruined it. Yeah, exactly. No, see, that's it. Ireland, you said it right there. No one cares. So, cool. Like, they can restore order themselves and have a lot of fun. I love everybody in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Especially during Blue Review, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube
There,
channel.
you like the YouTube chat.
Love the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
But no.
But you're not participating, and you're not you're not arguing with people on Twitter anymore.
Nope. Not arguing with anybody anymore.
That's good.
Mental health.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You're prioritizing your mental health?
Yes.
I think that's the right thing to do. Let's go to Justin. Justin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Justin.
Couple of ideas. Hear me out. Dodgers trade James Paxton for Cody Bellinger. And number 2, Lakers fire Rob Pelinka and hire that guy out of Golden State. Remind me of his name?
Bob Myers is who you're talking about.
Mark Jackson. Thank you.
Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson.
It's the Mark Jackson
So
call.
it's the old James Paxton for Cody Bellinger trade, and then
I love that
hire
took a
Mark
life
Jackson
of its own
as the
from
head
Jesse.
coach. Yeah.
By the way, the Lakers have a play.
Hey, Greg, can I? If I come on Blue Review this week, can I say let's trade Chris Taylor for Bryce Harper?
Yeah, sure. What day would you like to come on? And by the way, the Lakers don't have a GM.
Well, they're president of basketball operations.
Yes,
so
they do. They do, right. But they do not have a legitimate GM. So I think some of their points of bringing Sam Presti or Masai Ujiri as the GM actually has some merit.
No,
it's a real conversation.
I think Mason's got it right. They're in a unique relationship with Clutch. They have to keep that relationship strong because Clutch represents both LeBron and Anthony Davis. I think any talk of bringing in somebody else has got to wait until those two guys are gone.
And I also don't think you would ever bring in – you're suggesting that they would bring in a general manager under Rob. But the truth is, if you have somebody like Rob, he wants to run basketball. If you have somebody like Messiah Jury, he's not going to work under Rob. Sam Presti's not going to work under Rob.
Yeah,
they
that wouldn't
want
work
to be in charge of the whole thing.
from either side.
Totally agree, and I believe that the Lakers wouldn't do that also. I mean, this is what the Dodgers do. If you ask you who's the Dodgers GM, most people would say Andrew Friedman.
And it's Brandon Gomes.
He's not. It's Brandon Gomes.
Yeah.
So there is that guy that's the president of baseball operations and a GM. Like, I think you can have that
But it wouldn't be a guy like that. It
No,
wouldn't be guys
it
like
could be somebody
Presti
else.
or
Sure, but you can bring in somebody else from another team that has some credentials, that has an acumen to.
But why would that person take it, Greg?
I mean,
if he knew he didn't have any power.
It would have to be a collaborative thing. So, but
but he wouldn't have final say.
No, of course not. So that's where it gets tough.
You can say Brandon Gomes is the Dodgers GM, but nothing gets done over there without Andrew Friedman's sign of approval. So
Absolutely
there
not.
you go.
But Brandon Gomes learns from Andrew Friedman, and he'll get hired somewhere else.
Right.
So it all has levels.
All right, there is your sports graffiti for today. So Ireland, I think I told you this. I told you on there. I think I have a new niece.
Yeah.
And this morning,
who is it? Is this Travis's daughter?
No. This is Brian Mashonsky's daughter had a baby girl, and I saw
right.
No. Morgan.
Gotcha.
So I'm texting with Brian today. I get the news that he's a new grandfather and I'm a new uncle. Mm-hmm. And I said, so what is the name? What name did they go with? And he said they went with Tegan Vagina. And I'm like, no.
Tegan is her name?
Tegan Vagina,
like
Vageena.
Strong name.
So I'm like, I emailed back. I said, or texted back, where does Vagina come from? Never heard of it as a name. And he said, no, totally just kidding, because I looked up. It's like in the Urban Dictionary and all this stuff. It's absolute.
Her
name is Tegan Jane. It was not Vagina, so I'm relieved. I'm relieved. All right, coming up next for you. Not everybody is as down on the Lakers as some of you are. We'll do that coming up next. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you listen to the station, you know I talk about ZipRecruiter all the time. It can take 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position. If you are hiring, don't waste all that time. Start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers. 4 out of 5 find a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Don't miss Trav and Slee.
Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Starting Monday, September 9th, there's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it means the 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block begins an hour earlier. Even more live and local LA sports talk on 710 ESPN. The Travis and Sliwa Show will start at 9 a.m. Mason and Ireland move back to noon to 3, and Shidano and Cappy start the LA Afternoon Drive takeover at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., we are the destination for LA sports. It's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it begins Monday, September 9th. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. This fall, the new home of the USC Trojans.
The new home of the USC Trojans.
The Trojans are back.
The USC Trojans play on LA's mega sports station.
That's right. USC football, USC men's basketball, and USC women's basketball are on 710 ESPN coming this fall.
710 ESPN, the new home of the USC Trojans.
Joseph S. Normand.
When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve.
Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It is Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Brand new Culture Pop podcast out today. It is with David Arquette. Really, really funny. You can get it on the...
Is he promoting something?
Yeah, he's got a movie called The Good Half, which is coming out this week with him and Nick Jonas. So it's a really good movie. And you can get that on the Culture Pop Podcast YouTube channel or Apple or Spotify.
You probably don't remember this because you never remember anything.
I do remember this. I actually talked to him about it. Go ahead.
But one time he was married to Courtney Cox.
Yes.
And one time we had him on the show promoting something. And we said, is Courtney there? He goes, yeah, you guys want to talk to her? And he put her on the phone. And that was at like the height of her friend's popularity.
Now, what I remember about him, and I talked to him about this, was there was a day when we went to the top of LA Live.
Okay.
And it was you and me and Derek Fisher and David Arquette.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we were all there. He remembered it clear as day. And somebody tried to shoot a basketball. They had the basketball set up down to the street for the 3-on-3. Somebody tried to shoot a basketball. I think David tried, and I think Derek tried to throw a basketball and score there. But we were doing the show from on top of the building. They put in a broadcast facility up there, or broadcast hookup. So that's what I remember of David Arquette.
Is that Culture Pop Podcast out now?
It is out now, yes.
Okay, cool.
All right, so John, I think that Laker fans are frustrated because nothing has happened. They are one of 3 teams to not make a free agent signing this year.
And no big trades either.
And no trades, exactly. So they're running it back.
Right. But I think sometimes, because we live and die with every game, that you accused me of this earlier with the Raiders, we don't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
So when I saw this, Austin Rivers has been, he was in the league for a long time, Doc's son. He's been doing some work at ESPN.
He's good. He's going to be a good analyst, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So he said this yesterday, and we'll play it for you. It runs a little more than a minute. But he doesn't understand why so many people are so down on the Lakers. And here's Austin explaining why.
All I've heard this past year is how the door for LeBron James in winning championships in Los Angeles is closed. And the more I watch USA basketball, I just can't agree, or I'm sorry, I can't disagree anymore. I am watching the Avengers, the team with the best players of the best players in the entire world. The best of our league is on this team, right? And the 2 best players so far are 2 guys that play in the same team in the NBA, 2 Lakers players. So I ask you, what do you think? how far are the Lakers away? Is it just a couple role player, exchanges, or are we talking something minimal? Because they don't need that much more. I'm watching them be the best players on this team, and if they're on the same team in the NBA, it's just bewildering why we haven't seen them compete at a championship level since the bubble, considering they've been on the same team. They're as dynamic as a duo can come in the NBA.
So what do you think? I think he represented you in the beginning of that when he said a lot of people think that they can't compete for a championship with this roster. You're on that list, right?
Well, they do have the two best players at Team USA right now.
Right.
LeBron has been fantastic, particularly late in games. AD has been absolutely dominant. So
probably the best player on the team, LeBron, and AD's been the best defensive player on the
team. And my concern is not with them. I know what I'm going to get. As long as they're healthy, I know what I'm going to get. It's the supporting cast and the fact that you've got a team that finished as the 7 seed last year.
Yeah.
And you're essentially running back the same team plus Dalton Connect and Bronny James. I just don't feel like they've improved enough to be a top-flight Western Conference team.
Can move them up that list.
I mean, I'm very high on J.J. Redick. He's got his work cut out for him, and so does Rob Pelinka. I don't think he can afford to be done. I think he's still got assets. He's still got players with tradable contracts. He's still got 3 first-round draft picks. He may not do it before the season. He may wait till the trade deadline. But there's got to be another move coming because I don't see, as currently constituted, despite the fact that LeBron and AD are the 2 best players on Team USA, I don't think the supporting cast is there to be able to run with teams like Denver and Oklahoma City and Minnesota and those guys.
Well, to your point, the reason the Celtics won the title this year was not Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, although they were both great. It was the fact that they filled out the roster with elite role players, guys like Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis and Derek White. And if you go back to when the Lakers had Shaq and Kobe, they did a really good job of filling the other, like Robert Horry, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Ron Harper. And even if you want to advance it, when Powell came, they had Andrew Bynum and Lamar Odom and Metta World Peace and Trevor Ariza.
Yep.
That's kind of what the Lakers need. The question is, can Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, and D'Angelo Russell be those guys? And I'm with you. I don't worry about LeBron and AD.
Right.
And I think everything that Austin Rivers said is accurate. They're the 2 best players on Team USA so far. It's up to the other guys to raise their level of game if the Lakers are going to be competitive. 2 years ago, those guys got them to the Western Conference Finals. Last year, they went out in round 1 and only won 1 game. So that's where I think the season's going to be won or lost. Not with LeBron and AD, but with the other guys.
2 words. 2 words. Ready?
Yeah.
Luke Kennard.
I love that idea.
He's a free agent.
Yeah, I love that idea.
I mean, shooter. He shot
Although
45% from 3 last year.
Mace, he led the NBA in three-point shooting 2 years in a row. And I'm talking like 3 years ago. Here's the problem. At Redick's press conference, let me say again, I love this idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them sign Luke Kennard because LeBron and AD demand immediate double teams. If you don't double team them when they get the ball, they'll just score on you.
And he's an absolute laser. He is a true laser.
If you want to throw the ball out to the three-point line to someone uncovered, Luke Kennard's perfect. But J.J. Redick said at his press conference when we were there that you can't have a guy that plays himself off the floor defensively. And when Luke Kennard played for the Clippers, that's what happened. He couldn't guard anybody, and they eventually just let him go to Memphis. So could you find a way to implement Luke Kennard and cover for his defensive efficiency?
Right.
If you could, I love that idea.
The other thing JJ apparently said this week, he envisions a bruising 5. Needs a bruising 5. Big center.
Well, if they could get, you guys were talking yesterday that Jonas Valanciunas might be on the trade block.
Brian Windhorst gave the sort of finger, like, that's all I'm going to say right now.
But, hey, Greg, see if you can find out when is the earliest Jonas Valanciunas can be traded.
It might be at the deadline. I think it's
December 15th, but I'm guessing.
Let's see. I will find out for you.
Or just text McMenamin. He'll know. It is he's exactly what J.J. Redick's talking about when you say a
Bruising five. Yeah, no
He's
question.
just a big body who uses all his fouls.
Yep.
And I like Jackson Hayes a lot, but he's skinny.
Yeah, he's a rail. All right, coming up next for you. LeBron James has led Team USA to wins over South Sudan and Germany most recently. But Joel Embiid has suggested that LeBron's too old. We'll do that coming up next. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new...
There's nothing like NHL hockey, LA Kings hockey on 710 ESPN. Welcome to the family.
Brand new partnership. We're excited to have the Kings right here, the home of the Los Angeles Kings. And Trav, now I just need an invitation to go catch a game.
You have been giving you one forever. Now you have to
across the street. Now it's across the street.
Go Kings, go.
Go Kings, go.
The Kings are back on 710 ESPN. Believe it or not, I did pregame for the Kings 25 years ago. Damn, I'm old. Luke Robitaille, the rest of the Kings organization couldn't be more excited. Go Kings, go.
Go Kings, go. Nothing like live hockey. Nothing like seeing it in person. Nothing like watching it on TV. Nothing like listening to it on the radio. And we've got them on ESPN LA. Go Kings, go.
We're so excited. The LA Kings have found a new home right here on 710 ESPN. Can't wait to see you on the ice.
I want to congratulate the LA Kings. You are now on the greatest sports radio station in America, 710. And guess what? Now I get to be one of the ice girls at a Kings game. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go. Go Kings, go. Professional, licensed public adjusters in California. And yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Pernia Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Temps are heating up, and so are the ticket deals this summer with Vivid Seats. Whether it's scoring tickets for a night out at the ballpark or witnessing the rising stars of women's basketball, Vivid Seats has you covered. With a robust rewards program and wide selection of tickets, Vivid Seats makes it easy to score great deals on great seats with a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you the peace of mind for the ultimate fan experience. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Summer's just getting started, so fill your cooler with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. It tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. And with a 5% kick of alcohol, Twisted Tea is perfect for the beach, the lake, or wherever you're hanging out and day drinking with your friends. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
And it is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
You know what this song makes me think of, John? Like everybody, El Salvador.
Why?
So we were in El Salvador for New Year's one year, and there was a big bonfire on the beach, and we were all hanging out and a little drunk and a little stoned and all that stuff. But nobody was really moving, dancing, nothing like that. But there was a DJ out by the barbecue. They put on this song, and everybody immediately went to the bonfire and started dancing. It's a classic.
What was your first concert that you ever attended?
I saw Boston in concert with Sammy Hagar opening.
Mine was The Who at the old LA Sports Arena which is now where where does LAFC play now?
BMO Stadium.
Yeah, it's now BMO Stadium. Greg, what was your first concert?
My first concert was The Offspring with the Living End opening up for them.
I don't even know who that is.
The Offspring? You don't know The Offspring?
Yeah, The
They
Offspring.
were great.
Brian, what was your first concert?
First concert about 10 years old, NSYNC, San Diego Sports Arena.
Strong.
Oh, that's good.
That was a good one.
And by the way, they haven't upgraded that building since you saw it.
No, they have not.
Lisa Ireland's first concert was Whitney Houston. That's a pretty good
That's
one.
a great one. I never
Tough
got
one
to
to
see her
follow up.
live. Never got to see her live. Would have loved to.
Yeah.
All right, so the Team USA is kind of scuffling along. They're getting ready for their first
They're undefeated, but they've had a lot of scares.
first game in pool play is against Serbia on Sunday in Paris. They scuffled against Germany. They scuffled against South Sudan. Almost lost the game to South Sudan. And at some point, Joel Embiid suggested that LeBron James may be too old.
Well, he said he's not predicting they win the gold medal because LeBron is really old.
Correct.
And he said the rest of the world is caught up.
And here is Stephen A. Smith responding to Joel Embiid.
Here you are on the Olympic stage. All I'm saying is this. You're going for the gold. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about, we're not what you think we are. We're this on paper, but we're really not. Nah, that might be true, Harry. I'm not saying he's lying now.
I'm going to push back, though.
I'm not saying he's lying.
I'm push back.
I'm just saying for me, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that after you win. After you win. Or I want to hear that from somebody else who has won. But you? No. I need you to be that dude that you are when you healthy so you can dominate and bring it home. That's what I need.
I think that Stephen A. is right.
Of course he's right. What is Joel Embiid saying that?
Why would you try and manage expectations when your country has won 5 straight gold medals?
Yeah. Why would you suggest that one of your teammates is too old?
Especially considering how LeBron has played. He's been the best player, and it hasn't been close. LeBron last night, or I guess it was yesterday afternoon. It was last night in London, but it happened during our show. LeBron scored 11 points in the fourth quarter. The rest of the team scored 13.
Yeah.
LeBron was 4 for 4. The rest of the team was like 3 for 8. The rest of the team didn't hit a 3. LeBron's not too old.
And by the way, managing expectations, the expectation is you win or else. That's
Good
the
point.
expectation. I mean, seriously, the expectation is you're going to win, you must win, you always win, you need to win. It's a huge embarrassment if you don't.
Right. We're not going over there to lose.
Right.
I don't know what Joel Embiid's talking about.
Yeah, I don't either.
But, hey, by the way, the Olympics start this weekend, right?
Yeah, Friday night is the opening ceremonies.
Okay.
So you'll see LeBron march in with the American flag.
The river in France that's spelled S-E-I-N-E. How is
the
that
Seine.
pronounced?
The Seine.
The Seine.
Yep.
Okay. So did you see the story that the Seine is going to host the triathlon and the swimming marathon in the Olympics?
Correct, yes.
But it's been illegal to swim in the Seine for more than 100 years because it's too dirty.
It's filthy.
Now, the president of France, that guy Emmanuel Macron, said he's so sure this is all going to work, he will jump in the Seine and prove it. And now he says he won't do it.
Well, it might not be necessary because the mayor of Paris has already gone swimming in the Seine. Her name is...
Doesn't this make Emmanuel Macron look kind of wimpy?
I guess it makes him look soft. I don't know why. Why would they even choose to? This happens every time. There's some filthy body of water that gets some Olympic event, and it turns into a gigantic deal. Apparently, they're finding E. coli in this water, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know why you would have an Olympic event in this filthy, filthy river.
If you're an athlete, why would you get in that athlete?
Well, because that's where the race is.
Yeah, you got no
but
choice.
I want a gold medal, but I died 2 weeks later.
Yeah, you want a gold medal? That's how you do it. You're right. There's a downside.
Hey,
right, death.
That's why it's so hard to win a gold medal, Greg. You got to put your life on the line.
You gotta live and die for that Olympic gold medal. And
Yeah.
they give
We
you no money
die,
for it.
we die.
Exactly
but I'm going
right.
in the Seine.
Exactly
well,
right.
The other straight.
If we die, we die.
Exactly. Now, Mesa, have you ever been to Japan?
Yes.
All right, I have not.
I did the 1998
Nagano. You were in Nagano,
Olympics in
right?
Nagano. This is my first Olympics,
I
yeah.
remember that. Okay. So I didn't know this. Do you know it's illegal to smoke cigarettes in Japan before you turn 20?
No, I had no idea.
I didn't either.
Until you sent me that thing today.
Okay, so, and they take this law so seriously that the captain of the Japanese women's gymnastics team was caught smoking, and she's like 19.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're sending her home. I'm not a smoker, but this seems incredibly stupid to me. Why would you, if she's good enough to be on the team, why not discipline her, but not, why weaken your team?
Yeah.
What
I read about her is her big exercise is the floor exercise, and she's favored to medal in it.
Right. So why would
you
kneecap
send her
their
back?
own team?
Are you sure it was a cigarette?
That's what she said. That's what the story said.
The story says it's cigarette.
It was tobacco. Yeah.
By the way, I think there's some countries where smoking is just like Europe. Everybody's smoking all the time.
But apparently not in Japan. Apparently they don't want kids doing it, and so, according to Reuters, the Japanese Gymnastics Association confirmed that she was sent home for smoking and confirmed she had also drank alcohol.
Oh, my God.
But her coach suggested the smoking may have been a result of her breaking due to the intense pressure that she's under to win the gold medal. Here's the even weirder part. There's nothing stopping Japan from replacing her on their 4-member team. But according to Reuters, they won't. And they'll just send the other 3. Now, that doesn't make any sense because if one of the other 3 gets hurt, then they don't have a team.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know the backstory except
this seems to be cutting off your nose to spite your face. You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Although cigarette smoke, it's filthy. Cigarette smoking is filthy.
Right, but I mean,
do you have any friends that still smoke cigarettes?
Well, didn't Juan long ago in a galaxy far away?
He quit 15 years ago, though.
Right, Greg used to smoke.
Yeah, I smoked for a long time.
My mom smoked. My dad smoked.
Do you know anybody who smokes today?
Now?
Smokes cigarettes?
An actual cigarette.
I do.
Not like vape.
I don't know a single person who smokes cigarettes.
I do, and I've brought this up on the air before because I asked you guys. I give him crap every time he does it.
Don't do it.
And I have stopped.
Good.
Because I think it's become a thing.
That was when I was smoking, and people told me you shouldn't do that or it would break my cigarettes.
I told you that. We were playing golf once, and you started smoking. And I went, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but I wanted to have a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah. But that's the worst thing you can do because that just pissed me off. It didn't get me to stop smoking.
Now
I'm just angry. So
when Juan was trying to quit smoking, I thought, okay, you know what he needs? We need to give him something to occupy his attention.
Right.
So we got a puppy dog. And that's when we got Sophie. It was to help Juan quit smoking.
Did it work?
No. In fact, one night, Sophie just went all over the house, and he woke me up and said, I don't know what to do. And I said, go buy a pack of cigarettes from the liquor store up the street because you're not ready to quit. Not managing well. All right, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool? Coming up next, Bergman's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. Ireland is in the Idaho compound. I'm just here in L.A. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Really excited to see the new schools come into play at the Coliseum. Obviously, you're going to have Notre Dame to finish the season. That's always a special game. But seeing Nebraska showing up, Penn State showing up, LSU at the Collie, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I think both programs, the men's football program and the men's basketball program, are moving in the right direction. And the women's basketball program at USC is going to be ranked top 5 next year. So it's a great time for the USC Trojans to be back on ESPN LA.
I'm really curious to see what does USC football look like without Caleb Williams? What are the adjustments that Lincoln Riley makes? And what is the defense going to look like in the non-Alex Grinch era?
New conference, new quarterback, just really fired up on the football side. New head coach for basketball. So almost like a really new team, which is going to be awesome. And then returning to prominence for USC women's basketball, to be back to where USC women's basketball is. I'm super excited to see Juju in her second year, but just the rest of the players continue to grow under Coach Godley.
This beautiful thing has been up since the first time SC was here. But guess what? USC is back! And once again, this means something for us. Pumped for this season. USC Athletics back on 710 ESPN.
This is why this year alone, the Commerce Casino will pay out over $20 million in jackpots. Don't forget, great food, friendly staff, daily tournaments, and the poker experience you're looking for. The Commerce Casino is located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com, and I will see all you guys at the Commerce.
Shopping for your next truck? Save time, save money, and experience the 5-star service that made George Chevrolet Chevy's Dealer of the Year 6 years in a row. Take advantage of great offers during the Chevy Summer Drive event and take home a new 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Crew Cab with $10,000 in total savings off MSRP. Visit them today or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Discount calculated off MSRP on select models. Offer ends 7/31/24. See dealer for details or call 866-949-4805.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
All right, so I step out for a little while. We do disco now? What happened to
Yeah,
Yacht Rock?
it's disco today.
Disco.
I know. I might want Yacht Rock. I might want Yacht Rock in the 3 o'clock hour.
Okay, we can do that.
2:42 on a live Imaging Tuesday presented by Kia downtown LA. You know what we do around this time? Hit the thing.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Take it away, Corporate Craig.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so I just sent out a tweet and tagged Mason Island and Brian Cohen.
I just watched it.
And so it is a man who does like those flying squirrel suits where you jump off buildings and flying squirrels.
It's insane.
It's insane, but
He
he's
looks
doing
like
it.
he's on a magic carpet ride.
He is on a magic carpet ride. He's basically being Aladdin in Aladdin and flying a magic carpet. Now, 2 possible questions here. Would you do this? And if not, what is the most adventurous thing you would do?
Well, I always wanted to bungee jump, and my bosses would never let me do it. I only wanted to do it if I could do it for TV news.
Right.
And my bosses would never. They said, we're not insured, you can't do it. I don't think I would do this.
It looks so fun.
I think it looks fun, but
0% chance.
Yeah, I would run that magic carpet right into the side of the mountain and die.
I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing.
I'm not trying to take away from what this guy did. It's incredible, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no way. I'm not for that. What's the most craziest thing you've ever done, Ireland?
Well, if it wasn't that
Activity.
they wouldn't let me bungee jump. What is the craziest thing I've ever done?
Because I thought, we've zip-lined, right?
Yeah, well, I've zipped. Yeah, that's probably it.
Of course you're connected. Bergman's like, well, you're
this
connected.
guy's not
Well,
connected.
What the hell? Are you going to go ziplining when you're not connected? That's kind of the point.
Yeah, but zip lining isn't as scary as this.
Oh God, no.
And we were gonna we got the weather didn't let us.
But when you're back, we should start planning that. We should start planning that because I've already paid for it, so we should really go do it.
I would skydive, and I think when I do, that'll replace the zip line.
Yeah. I think that.
So as of right now, zip lining is the craziest thing. You've never gone whitewater rafting.
I have gone
I've done
whitewater
that.
too.
Okay.
I've
always wanted to do
That's
that.
probably crazier than zip lining.
Yeah, I've done whitewater rafting
you
and
can
almost
die.
fell out of the boat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, did you see that empty Perfect Strangers episode in the 90s?
Balky.
Yeah, remember when they went whitewater rafting and somebody got lost?
Really?
I'll never forget that on TGIF.
TGIF.
God, that was my
Chance,
childhood,
if
man.
you had Perfect Strangers on your bingo card today, congratulations.
Yes, exactly.
That guy's the best.
What's up, fool?
So I know, yesterday we had the top 10 college football stadiums, or the best stadiums to play in.
Yeah, I had to hear about that all this morning from some of our UCLA fans, including Greg Bergman.
Yeah.
Oh, the Rose Bowl's so great. Oh,
Rose Bowl
amazing.
was
It's
number
the best.
2 on
number
the list.
two. What ended up being number 1? I didn't hear the end of the segment.
LSU.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Death Valley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I got one that'll maybe top it here. So I don't know if you guys saw this, the Arena Football Championship, 33rd Annual Arena Football Championship on Friday.
Yep.
Inside of a mall.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't.
Brian, did you watch the video of
I
this?
did. I watched
it
about
is surreal.
4 or 5 different clips, like a minute long. I still can't decide if this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen or just flat out the stupidest thing I have ever seen.
I'm right there with you. Mace, did you watch the video?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so picture a mall.
Yep.
Like picture the Beverly Center, and they just clear out the middle of it and put an arena football field. So like you're coming out of Sbarro.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And you look down and there's an arena football game going on.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the food is great at that thing. You just go to the food court right before the game.
At first I thought, well, it makes them look really bush league and cheap, but then I thought, why not 2 years ago this league went bankrupt?
Plus,
why
malls
not try stuff like this?
Malls are kind of over,
Right.
There are a lot
Well,
of dead malls out there.
Yes.
Yeah, so why not find a use for them?
There's a lot of malls are still popping.
Well,
on
no,
the weekend.
they're
popping still.
Like Century City's huge. Americana's
But Mace,
huge.
your old
Dream.
house, Mace, West Side Pavilion's pretty dead.
You can
West
still
Side
pick up.
Pavilion is gone.
Well, it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
gone.
doesn't exist anymore?
No, it doesn't exist. I once had an amazing dinner there with Mace and Juan.
That's right. That's right. The little tavern restaurant.
Mace, what's in place of it?
It got taken over by UCLA and Google. Half of West Side Pavilion.
So, like,
is,
businesses are in there?
UCLA is going to have classes in there.
Okay.
So it's going to be for students, and then Google has got a bunch of executive offices there. But the movie theaters there are gone, which were my favorite movie theaters, which is a bummer. But yeah, malls. The mall where we had our theater out in Palm Desert, dead.
Gone?
Gone. Well, it's just dead.
It's just dead.
Yeah, it's just like a Sbarro and empty shops, pretty much.
You can still pick up the Heinas at the Montebello Town Center or in Downey or Cerritos. You can still pick them up at the mall.
There's some spots.
Yeah.
There's some spots.
What's up, fool?
Crazy story. All right, so I saw this one earlier today. The medals that are going to be won at the Olympics here, the Paris Games, every single medal, gold, bronze, silver, going to be embedded with a piece of the Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
So that's a pretty cool thing, right?
Really
So it's
cool.
like, is this one of the cooler medals that you can win because it has a piece of Paris?
Sure, I love that idea.
I think that's a really cool idea. So there's a little piece of the Eiffel Tower. And
Because, like, Mace, you know this from your days working the Olympics.
Yeah.
Gold medals have very little gold in them.
No, it's like gold
2%
coating.
or something, yeah. So I love that idea.
Yeah, no, I think that makes it cool and representative of where you won and all that stuff. That's very cool.
By the way, starting on Monday, you know who's going to be giving you your Summer Games and medal counts on this show every day.
Whom?
You?
No.
Oh.
Who is it?
Corporate Greg Bergman.
Oh,
That's
Corporal
right.
Greg's our Olympics guy.
Right. Yeah.
Summer Games, Mace? Summer Games?
You're gonna lie and say you're in
We're allowed to
Paris?
say it's the Olympics.
I'm gonna
Not
make
when
it
you
sound
say
like
it's
him.
presented by Iwan's Restaurants.
Well, no, you can't say that, but I can say talk about the Olympics.
So our Summer Games medal counts, 3 o'clock hour, all throughout the Olympics.
Okay.
Damn it. All throughout the Summer Games on
yeah.
this show.
Yes.
Thanks to Iwan's Restaurants. Iwan's your local paradise. So maybe he better get ready.
Yeah.
I want thorough medal counts. I want to know what the Russians were doing on Sunday nights at 3 a.m.
Yeah. So
Should I wear a beret or anything
Yeah,
like that?
hopefully.
Really
Oh,
make
you
like
got
a
to.
little-
You got to do that.
Yeah. Get me a beret. Who has a beret?
I'm
Monica
looking for a
Lewinsky.
beret
It's
caller.
BYOB.
It's bring your own beret.
Yeah. Doesn't Monica Lewinsky have one, a famous
Oh,
one?
Whoa,
God,
wow.
that is
Whoa, that
rough.
is a deep pull, so to
Monica
speak.
Lewinsky
I mean,
getting
it's not
strays.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's not a stray. She had a beret, didn't she?
So the same segment, we worked in Monica Lewinsky's beret and Perfect Strangers.
Bulky,
this
yes.
This is a unique card today.
What's up, fool?
Should be in the 90s.
All right, guys, another story here for you. Chris Sale was on a Foul Territory show here and talked about scouting and more specifically calling pitches. And he said in his whole career, even high school, college, never called a pitch in his life, never struck off a catcher, and doesn't do any scouting. Are you buying this, that he's an 8-time All-Star, runner-up for Cy Young and all this, never called his own pitch?
So he just throws what the catcher asks him to
Catcher
throw?
and the coach, whatever they call, he says he has never even scouted. Like, he doesn't do
He
any
doesn't even
scouting.
look ahead and
right?
see.
He doesn't look at the
watch
scouting
at bats
report
of guys
Right,
and
that, apparently, out of his mouth.
How
is what
much
he
better
said.
could he be? That's my question. How much better could he be if he actually did all that stuff? Because a lot of baseball players now, it's a bit of an academic exercise, right? You're watching, for example, if you're a hitter, you're watching on an iPad exactly what kind of stuff that guy's got, and vice versa. If you're a pitcher, you're looking at what hitters are able to do, and the book on hitters. There's a lot of advantages to being invested in that stuff. I just wonder how much better he could be.
Well, the other thing is, like, there was a golfer named Bruce Litsky who never, ever practiced. And he made millions because he said he would get analysis paralysis. He would like start, he goes, I just need to be free and loose. So I understand what Sale is talking about. You don't want to paralyze yourself, but Mason's right. Information is valuable, and you want to use anything you can get.
Right. There was a survey of players, we talked about it last week, of how they feel about analytics. And like 80% of Major League Baseball players think that analytics have helped them. They actually embraced analytics, and they've gotten better because of it. So you wonder how much better Sale might be.
The trick is which ones to focus on.
Of course, yeah, exactly. It's a fire hose. You got to find the right stuff.
Do you guys think this was stupid for Sale to actually say, too? I mean, going for your next contract or anything that, like, oh, I don't do the scouting? Or is it kind of a null and void? Doesn't really matter.
No, I think his contracts are all performance based. So if he has a good season, he'll get paid. If he doesn't, he won't.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so summer games coming up here. The U.S. actually has a 16-year-old Quincy Williams, going to be the youngest Olympian athlete for the U.S. of all time. He's going to be running the 4x4 400 squad relay.
Yeah.
Still a junior in high school. It's pretty crazy.
That's
and then
amazing.
Over this weekend, they had the story of the Dodgers apparently signing a 14-year-old out of Sinaloa. Hard to get confirmation on that story, too, by the way. I tried finding it. Couldn't really get the true details on it. But 14 years old here coming, professional, youngest North American professional athlete. 16-year-old here going into the Olympics. Is this going to be one of those things? Because I feel like through my life, it's always been younger.
Yeah.
And next year, is there going to be next Olympics, a 14-year-old out there?
Well, there's certain limitations, I think, based on age and how fast you grow and what level you're mature at whatever age. But I'll say this. I used to think, don't put kids in that position. Don't put them in a pressure situation, the entire world watching all that stuff. But over the years, I've watched so many, particularly figure skaters. I don't know. This is, how old is this guy? 16?
16, yeah.
Figure skaters, I think they may be younger or right on that
Wasn't
number.
Katie Ledecky 16 when she started?
Yeah, it sounds right. I mean, I think it's okay for younger age-wise participants.
Well, the bottom line in sports is it's all merit-based. So if
Right.
he's faster than the 25-year-olds, then take him.
Yeah, because
this kid is apparently lightning fast.
And Katie Ledecky, by the way, I think this is her third Olympic Games now. She's 27, but it's her third Olympic Games. So she was definitely young. I don't know the exact
She's a
age,
teenager.
but she was young.
Yeah, we just don't know how young.
Yeah, talking about also going on the guy the Dodgers signed, 14-year-old. Is there like an age that you wouldn't touch? Like this kind of seems a little crazy. Signing a 14-year-old and you don't expect him to pitch in 8 years?
It's a
10
very
years?
Lane Kiffin kind of move. Lane Kiffin would sign like an 8-year-old to be his quarterback someday. We scouted him, and he worked with Steve Clarkson, and he's 8, and we're gonna give him a letter of commitment. I think that. In terms of quarterbacks, in terms of getting people really young, I'm not sure that you can tell much by what somebody's doing at 14. Do you, Ireland?
It doesn't bother me. I think, again, if your numbers are, if you're the fastest, the best, Katie Ledecky was swimming faster than all the college kids, then why not? That's a great thing about sports. There's a scoreboard.
It's meritocracy. Exactly. Better you are, the further you go.
What's up, Foo?
Hey guys, we have a something new coming here to L.A. at the Natural History Museum.
Okay.
The first ever, according to the world here, green bone dinosaur.
The first
ever,
finally we get our green bone dinosaur.
Wow. Coming at the Natural History Museum here in L.A.
Okay. What kind of dinosaur? Because I grew up
it just
on
says
dinosaurs.
green bones.
Stegosaurus?
I didn't really say.
Brontosaurus?
I mean, you might know. Is there any green bones you could think
Velociraptor?
of? It's never happened before in the world here.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to know what dinosaur it is. T-Rex? Is it a T-Rex?
That could be.
Yeah.
Never know.
So where is this thing going to be?
Natural History Museum here in L.A. So my question, what do you guys think about these, how long ago has this? We found the first ever we finding a green bone dinosaur after never, ever, we buying this? Is it real?
I'm buying it. I'm sure they're
I don't know
discovering
why
stuff
somebody
all the
would
time.
make it up.
Yeah, why would they're not getting old dinosaur bones and rehabbing and painting in green and saying, "Hey, we got a green bone dinosaur." I mean, I'm sure it is a thing.
So it says here that the long-necked, long-tailed herbivorous, I don't know if I'm saying that right, dinosaur's fossils got its unique coloration from the mineral selenite during the fossilization process. So it wasn't green already. Is during the fossilization process it turned green.
Okay, got it.
And her name is Natalie with a G.
The dinosaur has a name.
Yeah, Gnatalie. Natalie.
And do we know which dinosaur it is?
It's
again no.
He said herbivores.
Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus.
No, the herbivores are the big ones that eat lettuce.
Yeah, Brontosaurus.
The long neck.
With the long neck. Those are the herbivores.
Oh, that's a Brontosaurus. Okay, good.
I don't think that's what it is.
It is. A Brontosaurus eats nothing but vegetation.
Does it have the long neck?
Yeah, it has a long neck and eats vegetation.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what it is. I had all the little dinosaur figures when I was a kid.
Yeah, but you didn't have blue dinosaur.
I did not have a green dinosaur.
No, blue. Like blue from Jurassic Park.
Oh, no, I did not have blue.
Yeah.
No, I never knew about velociraptors until Jurassic Park came along.
I think they made that one up.
Yeah, I think they did, too.
I don't think Velociraptor
I don't
was
think there
real.
is a thing. It's a good
I think
invention.
that one was made up. I think.
By the way, I was curious about it. Julio Urias signed with the Dodgers when he was 16.
Right.
So this kid at 14 seems a little young to know, but I mean, I wouldn't put anything past Andrew Friedman. He must see something.
Beto says that the 14-year-old story is not true. It is illegal.
I thought Beto was like traveling.
Well, he said, I got a text.
See, that's
14-year-old story.
He's
is
listening
BS.
while on the road?
So
Illegal.
it's a made-up story?
I saw it come across on multiple platforms, and then when I was looking today, the only thing I could actually
sounded like he was
see
blaming
it
you a
was
little bit.
Dodger Nation was the only one that had it.
I got to be honest.
Dodgers Nation, we know what happened last time. Dodgers Nation was the only one with a story.
Yeah, I think Greg's going to have a talking with you after about some of the content. just airing fake stories, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've been duped.
You got duped. It happens to
I
all
mean,
of
you're
us.
an Mandy Award-winning
It's true.
producer.
You should be able to identify a dupe when you see it. All right, coming up next for you. Oh, Bergman found a really good Am I the A-hole?
Okay. Oh, good.
It's a good one. We'll do that coming up next. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
It's the
Starting Monday, September 9th, there's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it means the 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block begins an hour earlier. Even more live and local LA sports talk on 710 ESPN. The Travis and Sliwa Show will start at 9 a.m. Mason and Ireland move back to noon to 3, and Shidano and Cappy start the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., we are the destination for LA sports. It's a new fall lineup on 710 ESPN, and it begins Monday, September 9th.
Artie here from Pernia Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Oh, there we go. 3 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday.
Finally, all is right in the world.
On the
Christopher Cross.
Listen,
on the Travis.
I almost said it.
You almost did.
On Mesa and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio.
Yep.
This is what's right. This is where Ireland and I connect. Like this song.
It's beautiful. I love the connection that you two have. I'm surprised he hasn't mounted you by now.
John?
Hey, the day isn't over.
That's going to be my goal for the fall, is that Ireland mounts me while Cappy watches.
So I think that'll be on YouTube.
Why not?
Yeah, of course.
By the way, speaking of hot tubs, the hot tub you want what is in, but one of the best parts of the Pebble Beach weekend, on Sunday morning, being in the hot tub overlooking the ocean.
Oh, that's beautiful.
At the beach club.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was beautiful, my friend. Oh.
It's actually the coastline up there, just period, is beautiful.
I'm a real hot tub guy.
Yeah. Have you been to Big Sur?
No.
Is Big Sur close to Pebble Beach?
No clue.
Yes.
It is.
There you go.
So do a lot of people go to Big Sur when they go to Pebble Beach or on their way to Pebble Beach?
No, Pebble Beach is more expensive.
Okay. Well, believe me, there's only one hotel at Big Sur, and it's expensive.
There are many at Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
But as Chris found out, the only way you can get on the big course is if you stay at the lodge.
So I found out something interesting today. Did you know that there is a max of what you can tip an Uber driver?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I found out today because I had an Uber driver, Jesse, who was a big listener.
You
to the
Ubered here
station.
today?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you plan
Juan's
to get
driving downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a limit. I'm like, okay, well, he's a nice guy. He works in the daytime. He's an Uber driver. At night, he works at Rock and Brews at LAX, so he's bouncing back and forth. He's got 2 kids, and he's running around to soccer practice and softball practice and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to give this guy a really good tip. So I was going to give him you're limited. What do you think the limit is? It's weird. $91.90.
What happens if he drove you to Pebble Beach?
You're not allowed to tip more than $91.90. That is officially the max, and I don't understand why that's the
You were
max.
going to tip him $91 to take...
I did tip him $91.
Wait a minute. Whoa. He brought you from your house?
Yeah.
To here?
Yeah. Great guy.
I mean,
told me I know all about his life. I thought
very generous of you, but
this guy's
that's-
working super hard, and I'm talking on the radio.
Well, you know how you get out of that. You say, hey, let me get you your Venmo.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right. I could have done that.
You could have flipped him a C note of cash. You don't care. You
don't carry
one.
cash.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But that's the biggest Uber tip I've ever left, $91.90, and apparently nobody's ever left more.
So you basically told us this. You masked it as, hey, this is the. Did you know they have an Uber max
Yeah, they have
tip?
an Uber
It was
max
a humble
tip.
brag.
But it was your way of tapping yourself
Well,
on the
no.
shoulder.
Guess
Guess
No,
what
it's
I
not.
did?
It's
I
totally-
did this. I was
it's
a really
totally
good.
not.
I gave
It really-
$91 tip on probably a $25 fare, right?
I just found,
$25.
I just found out that there's a max. I think
yeah.
that's interesting that there's a max. If you ever want to tip more than $91.90, you can't do it.
I can't imagine, but there's so many times where people drive from here to Vegas. You have to be able to give a bigger tip.
$91.90.
But remember, they're getting a bigger percentage of the fare then. So the percentage is a lot higher.
Yeah.
Not the percentage, but the amount of money you're making would be higher.
Now, I'm not going to make it a habit to tip that amount, but I thought it was appropriate.
Well,
today.
it's not like you just said it on the radio or anything.
Every Uber driver that's listening to you right now, if Steve Mason gets into your cab,
Hey, I want $91.90. The other. Are you watching Presumed Innocent on
I'm not.
Apple? Okay. So this is the #1 streaming show in
That's
the history
Jake
of
Gyllenhaal one, right?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. #1 streaming show in the history of
Is
Apple.
it based on the Harrison Ford movie?
Well, it's based on the book that the Harrison Ford movie turned into, and it's mostly based on the book. But the last episode dropped last night, and I have nobody has any idea who the killer is. It could be any of 6 people. They have set this thing up so perfectly. So I'm dodging spoilers today because I know they're going to start coming up. In fact, our friend Lindsay Fulton already texted me and asked me who I
she's
think
still
the
around?
killer is. Yeah, she is around.
She's been off the grid for quite a while.
She's watching Presumed Innocent. I know that much. I know
got a
that
little more
much.
time. Back next week.
Is she back next week?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So is this dark Jake Gyllenhaal or like happy Jake Gyllenhaal?
Well, it's persecuted Jake. It's dark Jake.
Dark
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
Okay.
He's wanted for murder.
Like Donnie Darko, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's a weirder Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that movie's so good.
It is. It's a good movie. It's weird.
A lot of his movies are weird.
Yeah. So I wanted to get to this "Am I the a-hole" thing.
All right.
And you'll be good for this, Morales.
Are you saying I'm an a-hole?
No, I'm saying I want you to help me determine if this person is an a-hole.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So guy comes into a whole bunch of money. And he said, Bergman, do you have this story?
Oh, I have not.
You have not? Okay, I was going to do the story. Guy comes into a whole bunch of money. Ireland, you got something for a second? I'm getting this story.
What is going on? You've been teasing this story for 10 minutes.
You teed up a story that you don't know.
I know, but you know what the problem is? Morales comes in here and starts talking my ear off.
What are you talking
about? While I'm
about?
trying to get ready to do a segment, and it's just like Morales, blah, 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 yada, yada.
I don't think I said anything in the break.
That's what he does.
So here's the dilemma.
Do we have the story or no?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Go ahead.
So this is the way it's described. She thinks I'm being selfish. This guy's girlfriend expects him to pay for her girls' trip. So here's how it goes.
Wait a minute. What?
Boyfriend finds himself in a situation regarding finances in his relationship, and he turned to subreddit to ask this question.
Oh, boy.
He said, I need some outside perspective. My girlfriend, Sarah, and I have been together for 3 years. Recently, I won a bet on steak and ended up with a nice chunk of spare cash. Naturally, I was pretty stoked about it. Been thinking about putting it towards something fun or maybe even a small getaway for the two of us. But here's the thing. Sarah found out about my winnings, and now she wants me to pay for her upcoming girls' trip with her friends. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Sarah. I want her to have fun with her friends. But I'm feeling kind of weird about using my winnings for something that doesn't involve me at all. Now, I think there's a really clear case of who's the a-hole here. Is there not?
Mm-hmm. Sarah,
exactly.
Yes.
What did he win?
This is actually a really good thing that this is happening now.
Okay.
Because when you're married, this guy's paying for the girls' trip.
That's true.
And he's getting a preview of what life is like if he marries Sarah. That, then it's not your money and her money, it's our money.
Right.
So this is in a weird way. It's good. This is. I actually think if the guy, if this is heading towards marriage, if this is the one, if this is the girl, he can score a ton of points for paying for the girls' trip. He doesn't say how much money he won, did he?
He did not say the amount.
What was the bet on steak?
Steak, Stake. It must be some sort of betting app.
I thought it was like red meat.
Yeah, no, not on steak.
Like he's
betting. I sold a ribeye.
He's betting on cattle futures.
Yes.
So what is weird? I agree with you, Mace, that if I had to pick an a-hole, I would pick Sarah because she's putting him in an impossible spot.
Yeah. What's he supposed to say?
No.
Can't win.
No.
But by the way, there's been
knows-
over 3,000. I just looked this up. There's been over 3,000 comments on this Reddit page, and here's one. Your girlfriend is now showing her true colors. Stand your ground. Tell her that you had planned on using the money on a fun trip for you and her, but the way she's behaving now and her audacious entitlement makes you want to not spend anything on her at all. If they break up over this, then Sarah knows that he's not going to share his money, and he knows she's always going to want it.
Yeah, well, I think Sarah's just all about me instead of us.
Yeah, if he takes her on a vacation, the two of them.
That makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect sense. Not,
Do
no,
something
I'm going
nice
on this
for
girls
her.
trip.
Hey, Greg,
pay for me.
You're a good person to ask about this. You have a very fun, nice girlfriend right now that we all like.
I notice how he inserts the right now.
Right
I don't think that was very nice.
Well, no, I think it's.
But they're not married.
It wasn't in the past.
Yeah. So it's a current situation. If Jane asked you to pay for her girls' trip, what's your response?
No.
You don't even consider it?
No, like it's your girls. I'm not going on this trip. If you need help and you're like, hey, could you help me out with a little bit? Sure, I'm happy.
Yeah,
to
well,
help.
she says, I'm short on money, Greg.
You don't help.
Can you help me out?
You don't help.
No, I could help out a little bit, but I'm not going to pay
even
for
a little bit.
No, if
you don't
pay,
open
I'm
that.
not paying for your whole trip. That's,
don't pay for any of it.
That's insanity.
What?
Yeah.
If
you
that's
can't
called
afford
a
to
loan
go
with
yeah.
interest.
Right.
Yeah.
I will loan you the money
Sure.
with interest.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
what I would do.
Well, then you're
Not with
basically
interest.
her banker.
Right.
Well, but I mean,
interest.
seriously, it's my money. I'd want the VIG.
I'm happy.
I want the VIG on that loan that I'm giving her to do her girls trip.
No, absolutely not. There's no reason that you should. If you're going to go on a trip, you don't need my money. You should have enough money to go do that.
Or don't do the trip.
Or don't do the trip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or go on a trip with me.
Damn,
or have her
he's-
call John. He's got a lot of money.
Yeah,
He'll work it out.
John's. I can give her $91.90.
By the
And
way,
if she breaks up with you over that, then good riddance.
I just saw a tweet that apparently one of our listeners who's an Uber driver says that half of that tip went to Uber.
No.
That's what he
He
says.
told me all the tip goes to him.
I think all the tip does go, right?
Yeah, he told me all the tip goes to him.
How can Uber take some of the tip?
Well,
You're tipping
I mean, there's a stuff there over there.
Carry
the one.
working man.
Carry
Carry the one is right.
Did you ever watch that
Tip is for you.
miniseries, Mesa, on Hulu about the guy who founded Uber? It
Yes.
was Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
it
he
was
was
really
great.
good.
It was good. Super Pumped. Was
Yeah,
that called
yeah.
Super Pumped?
It was great.
Yeah, it was a good one. So I wanted to. We haven't mentioned him, and we really should. Last night for the Dodgers, a big time prospect made his major league debut.
I thought he pitched great.
He pitched really, really well. River Ryan looked really good, gave him 5 1/3 innings, and I think there is some real upside with him.
You know what's crazy about that 5 1/3 innings? That's the first time a Dodgers starter has gone into the 6th inning to get an out since July 5th.
Since July 5th?
And Greg, he
5th.
didn't get the win, right? Because the game was
No.
tied when he left.
Yeah, it was tied when he left. So, yeah, but he pitched great. He was a little bit wild, but he still had really good pitches. He showed all of his pitches. He won no earned runs. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And by the way,
Everything you can ask for.
Walker Buehler is back in L.A. now.
Oh, finally.
And getting
He was in
ready.
a
He
lab.
went to like some sort of training facility in Florida to
yeah.
try to work it out. Now he's back, so we may see him soon. Bobby Miller we could see again soon. Also, he's been working out at AAA.
Yeah, he wants to give him another rehab start at least.
So the rotation is Glasnow is pitching tomorrow night. He's back off the IL. Kershaw is back. He's pitching Thursday night. And they still have Landon and Wrobleski and those guys. But
Who's pitching tonight, Greg?
It is Landon Knack.
Landon Knack. Okay. He's been really good. He's been solid.
Soft. He
All
throws
right,
soft.
By the way, can I tell you guys something? You should, if you travel, I've said this before, but now it's really hitting home with Utah or with Idaho. Travel with an Amazon Fire Stick. I plugged it into my TV, and I could watch Joe and Oral call the game on Spectrum Sportsnet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I get to watch the whole thing. And
I mean, what would you do without that, John?
I wouldn't watch the game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, what would you do without
Where
your-
would you be without your fire stick?
Without
you
Joe
need
and Oral.
Everywhere you go, you need a fire stick.
Why do you hate Joe so much?
I don't hate him.
Yeah, you're anti-Joe.
I'm not anti-Joe.
Which is amazing to me.
I think he's a great broadcaster, a little dry for my liking.
Oh, come on.
He's great
Who's
with
your,
Oral.
who's your favorite baseball
That
announcer,
sounds
Chris?
weird.
Joe Buck.
Pause. Joe Buck.
Joe Buck doesn't do baseball
He hates
anymore.
the Dodgers,
Well, I loved
too.
it when he did do baseball, though.
He does not hate the
He's
Dodgers.
a Dodger hater.
I'm not a Dodger hater.
We've had him
No,
on.
Joe Buck.
Joe Buck.
He said it without saying it that he's a Dodgers
he's not.
hater.
He did not.
Yeah, he did.
He lives in L.A.
I'm telling you.
John Smoltz
All
hates
you
the
got to do
Dodgers.
is John Smoltz absolutely
Neither one
hates
of
the
them. You
Dodgers.
guys
No,
are
he
both
does.
morons.
No, he does.
Despises
He does.
the Dodgers.
He does.
Despises them.
And it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm okay
Joe
with
Buck
that.
doesn't. Joe Buck doesn't care about anybody.
Yeah, Joe Buck doesn't care about
Well,
anybody.
any team.
Easy.
Well, is that
Any
a-
team,
Is that a
relax.
compliment of some kind?
That's a stray.
So I'm having an argument now with Bill Plunkett about the home run derby. I'm back and forth with him.
Yeah, Plunkett's
'Cause
right.
You're wrong.
You're lost in a sea of statistics.
Here's a little bit. He sent me his article. Here's why you can't believe the home run derby curse. I'm like, okay, I need more of an authority on this. Then he sent over a New York Times piece that says the second half slumps don't mean it's a curse. But they acknowledge there are second half slumps. He says there's a million of these. It doesn't exist. It's a myth propped up by anecdotal evidence and confirmation bias.
He's right.
He says, read the Sabre link I sent. Numbers as a whole tend to go down in the second half. Guys who make the All-Star game and Derby usually have an excellent first half, there's obviously regression in the second half. So he's saying, in fact, they aren't as good in the second half, but that's
even if they don't participate in the Derby, and he's right.
That's a natural part of
regression. So what's your
regression.
response to that? He's 100% right.
I sent him the numbers. The numbers show.
Right, but his point is that every player is, if you start hot, that's why you're an all-star.
Right.
You make the all-star team. Every player after a long season tends to trail off.
Okay, but here's the difference. The difference is if you compete in the home run derby, again, historically, your home run rate goes down and your OPS goes down.
Well, let's see if it happens to
If
Teoscar
you
Hernandez.
don't participate in the home run derby, your OPS goes up and your home run rate goes up for the rest of the league. Rest of the league settles into a groove in the second half. Now, Tasker, I hope he's completely the exception.
Okay,
to
let's
the
go.
rule.
Here's just a couple. 2018, Bryce Harper won, Kyle Schwarber lost. Did either of those two, in your mind, regress?
I have no idea.
They're both still
What'd they do in
excellent.
the second half?
They're both still
but
excellent
that's
players.
not what they do in the
that's not what
second
we're talking
half.
about.
You're throwing out numbers and names that don't matter.
These
Yeah,
are
you would have to, Greg, in order for you to make that point, you'd have to look at how they were after the Derby.
in their second half. They're still.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is all these guys are still ridiculously good players. The ones that you're talking about are guys like Jock Peterson, who actually got into a final, but he's not a great hitter like some of these guys. Same with with Raul Mondesi one year. He did nothing. Got nothing.
I remember I was there. It's sad when they do nothing. Jim Thome did nothing in Cleveland. That was a bad one. He was
lower
at home.
level players are not going to do well. They're hot in the first half and hit a bunch of home runs. Then they're in the home run derby because they hit a bunch of home runs, and then they fall off.
They tail off.
Yeah, they tail off because they're not that great. They just had a hot first half.
I love Raul Mondesi.
Didn't Garrett Anderson win the home run derby one year?
Did he really?
I think so. You know why, Mace?
No.
He didn't have to run to first.
All right, let's see. Let's do this.
Where are you going to go after that one, Mace?
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Today we get a $50 million quarterback. Are we ready for a $60 million quarterback? Maybe coming soon. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you listen to the show, you know I'm always talking about Terranea. I was talking about Terranea before Terranea was even an advertiser with us. I've been going there for 20 years. It is the best-kept secret in Southern California if you're looking for a getaway. Look, Mason just went to Hawaii, which is great. I love Hawaii. But most people can't afford the airfare and the hotel to go to Hawaii. The airfare alone is going to cripple you. If you live in Southern California, go to Terranea. Go to this website right now, terranea.com. TERRANEA.com. You will see it is a luxury resort on the Palos Verdes Peninsula that has 4 award-winning restaurants, a spectacular golf course, a spa to die for, and an endless list of activities. You go to Terranea for 3 or 4 days, you're going to feel like you went to Hawaii, or as I often say, it's like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. Check out Terranea and take advantage of the spectacular Southern California summer weather at the nicest place in the whole state. Terranea, Terranea, Terranea.com.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGat.com. AVNERGAT. AvnerGat.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gat and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gat says, hello.
Hey, it's Travis. And Slee. By now you have heard about our good friends at the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
When my son Bobby was in an accident, we called Joe and he hit it out of the park. That's why I trust Joe.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to them can and will be used against you. Joe and his team will treat you like family, get you the medical attention you need, and the max compensation you deserve.
Call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com.
The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
You got me stumped there, BC.
A little chili whack.
I was going to say chili whack.
Oh, yeah, chili whack. It's a live imaging Tuesday presented by Kia downtown LA on the Mesa and Ireland extravaganza.
Yes.
John is in the Idaho compound, 40 miles away, 40 or 400 from Boise.
Oh, like 400.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize Idaho was that big.
I'm near Spokane, Washington.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
That's where you fly into.
Oh, beautiful.
So it is the season when deals start going out to quarterbacks who are avoiding their fifth-year option, and today that's going to be Jordan Love, reportedly $50 million a year for Jordan Love.
For what?
For what we saw at the end of last season.
Yeah, 21 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 4 games.
But $50 million a year. Now, I always wonder about this. Like, for example, next year, I was watching the Get Up today, and they were talking about Dak Prescott a year from now getting $60 million a season. Now, if you're an NFL team, do you do that for $60 million a season? Doesn't that hamstring you in a whole bunch of other ways?
Here's why you do it. If you don't give it to him, who plays quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, you got to dive in and find somebody in the draft because you get those 3 cost-controlled years.
Speaking as a Raider fan, I can tell you can get left holding the bag. And that's why you got to pay Patrick Mahomes, you got to pay Josh Allen, you got to pay C.J. Stroud.
Do you put Dak Prescott in the category of Patrick Mahomes?
It doesn't matter anymore. To John's point, you
well,
got to pay him.
It's an escalator, right?
It is an escalator, but you have to pay somebody.
Right.
And it's the reason why Jordan Love's going to get overpaid. And Jordan Love did a smart thing. He bet on himself. They offered him an extension a year or two ago, and he didn't take it.
Yeah. Stafford, by the way, Matthew Stafford of the Rams has agreed to a contract adjustment with the team, ensuring his presence at the training camp. He's there. Adjustment comes as Stafford is entering his final year of a previous contract with no guaranteed money this season. So we don't know what the deal is, but we know that they are going to pay Matthew Stafford.
Right. The one thing that was reported was the arrangement means he has no guaranteed money on his deal next year, which is what the Rams wanted. The Rams wanted the ability to get out from under the contract in case he has a bad year or he wants to retire, whatever. But they don't know. This year is the last year he has guaranteed money.
You better tell Kevin Demoff when you're at camp.
Kev,
this is a Super Bowl year. They have to win the Super Bowl.
He would tell us that, Chris.
Yeah, but he has to. They have to win. They have to win the Super Bowl this year.
I agree.
Because Matthew Stafford, this is. I'm not going to say it's his last year, but this is the year.
I think it is the year. I think they're going to have a very, very good year. I think that's a 9 to 11 win team.
Yeah, but you're saying
aren't
that
the
about
Niners
USC
favored
too.
to win the division?
Niners are favored to win the division.
You don't need to win the division to be a Super Bowl team, John.
And you don't.
We could sneak in. I said we. Oh my God.
Yeah, we.
Oh boy, I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah, I mean they weren't the
Chris, the Raiders were, as Mason pointed out, we're rebuilding this year. So
it is a rebuilding
say nice
year.
Things about the Rams.
Yeah. So I wanted
until we
to
get Shedeur Sanders, and then we're going straight to the top.
See, I got you excited. All right, so I've got this this piece of sound that's interesting. This is Matthew Stafford on the field during a game last year with Sean McVay trying to give him his play through his headset in his helmet. Listen to how long this goes.
Hey, speed left edge Jack. All right, it's going to be American Exchange, can it, all right, with 3-jet rib Z Brownie. Oh, easy, listen. 13 duo Tim. Yeah, here it is. Woo! I got it. Please, stop. Yeah, please stop. Oh my God, he's still going. Hey, he's still going. Hey, snatch this if you get him, right? I mean, he's still going. You're 1.5 yards from an edge split in the middle. I mean, this is unbelievable what I'm getting right now. Holy.
So that's McVay in his headset. Talking, I mean, apparently just describing plays as they go and making adjustments on the fly.
I'm begging you, stop talking.
Stop. That's enough.
That's
amazing.
So funny.
Yeah. I can't wait to get out to Rams camp. I'm excited.
How are you gonna dress? Business casual? Like you're dressed right now?
I'm thinking about, because you guys have me so neurotic about this thing, I'm thinking about having Juan bring clothes for me to change into for the event tonight.
John, you're so mean.
Listen, have you
Yeah,
can you see him?
You're not even on YouTube. You can't see me.
Well, I know you have a free golf shirt and an Under Armour sweatshirt on for a
quarter zip.
For a meeting with your big boss. Have him bring you clothes.
I think this
and jeans, just like regular jeans.
Jeans is all you're going to get from me.
Have him bring you pants.
I don't think I even own pants.
What dark jeans?
I do have dark denim? I do have a pair of dark jeans. Yeah.
Like I'm wearing black jeans.
Yeah,
or
black jeans.
Or like dark blue denim. Do you have light stonewash denim?
Exactly.
Yeah, from like the 80s.
I
don't think they're from the 80s.
I personally...
Maybe 1997, but not the 80s.
I'm telling you know what? I'm going to let Brian Cohen decide. You guys are all biased against me. Brian, what do you think? Should I get clothes from home?
I think you look good.
Thank you. Yeah. That's enough for me.
Brian, you ruined the whole thing.
That's all I needed.
Well, Brian, you're coming to the screening tonight, right?
I cannot.
Oh, you're not coming to the movie? Oh, I'm excited.
I'm looking
so,
good
Greg,
too,
who's our new board op?
It's going to be someone. Parker Bell, maybe?
Parker Bell.
Why not?
Yeah. All right. Boy, Bill Plunkett is still arguing with me.
He's right.
It's unbelievable.
Bill Plunkett is right.
It's unbelievable.
You're wrong.
I am right, and I am going to stand
What
by
are you guys
that. I
arguing
am
on
not
Twitter?
going to cave.
Are you
No,
arguing?
text.
Oh, my God.
He's
So you're
sending me
texting Bill
articles.
Plunkett
I'm
during the
sending him
show?
articles back. Yes.
Wow, that's a real good use of your time.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I mean, honestly. Who are you going to text next during this segment? Steve Hartman?
Hell no.
Fred Rogan?
You know why I'm playing this, Morales?
What?
Dude Ranch this weekend.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to the Dude Ranch. I am so excited to get back on a horse after all these years, after winning the Horsemanship Award at Divine Word Camp when I was in 4th grade. Finally get back on a horse.
You going to take chaps?
I'm not going to take chaps. As Juan told me, you're not a clown. He didn't want me to bring chaps and a whip and stuff like that.
No?
I would like a hat. I'd like
Bolo
a cowboy
tie.
hat.
Just wait for the segue I'm about to do.
Oh, boy. All right. First, let me say this.
Yeah?
I've got an interesting story coming up next about
wow.
How much a
We have dead air alerts
how much
sometimes.
a gold medal means to your basketball legacy? How much does it mean to your basketball legacy? What are you humming about?
I know where this is going, but we'll do that next.
Why are you humming? Just go ahead.
Why don't we wait till we do the topic?
Okay, we'll do the topic next. Morales is going to He's like a Luke Robitaille. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You know who's going to have a whip and chaps tonight at the East Central? Scott Kaplan.
Oh, God.
The East Central Hotel is a contemporary hotel where, you know what, the rooms are big enough so you can have your own dude ranch in one of these hotel rooms in downtown L.A., the biggest rooms in downtown L.A. Cappy and I will be staying there tonight, adjoining rooms. I know I'm 812, which means Cappy might be 813 or 814. Who knows? The East Central Hotel. It's the home of entertainment. You know what that means, Mace?
It means it's entertaining.
Entertainment, where you could go see a Lakers game, a Kings game, a concert at Crypto.com Arena. Maybe you're at the convention center just for fun. Or you say, listen, I want to go to downtown L.A. to experience L.A. Live. I'm gonna get after it. I'm going to have some cocktails. You know what's a smarter move? Of course, never get behind the wheel. It's a long Uber ride home. Just get a room at the East Central Hotel.
Yeah, entertain yourself.
Then you could have breakfast on the Nixo Lounge, right there overlooking Fig. It's how Cappy has breakfast. It's how Cappy and I will have breakfast tomorrow morning after we get a nice workout in. He told me last week, he goes, I really miss our days. Now that you know.
Do you genuinely get up in the morning and go to the gym?
When I'm there at the East Central, yeah.
Really?
I need to get back into
and
it.
What do you do at the gym?
We'll do some cardio. Then we'll do some lifting together.
What's your choice of cardio?
Well, there's
Bike,
treadmills.
treadmill?
So he's got a great treadmill workout.
Okay, good.
Where you go incline 9,
right?
Speed 3.
Yeah.
And you do that for 30 minutes.
And then do you do any resistance training?
We'll lift a little bit.
We'll
do some abs.
What are you benching now?
Oh, we don't bench. We'll
you
just
do some abs? What do you do for abs?
Like the little ball. You just do like mini squats.
What about a plank? Do you ever do a plank?
I do not personally plank.
Okay.
I mount.
Yes. I get it.
The rooms are big enough to where you can do a plank in a hotel room.
Excellent.
At the East Central downtown LA, where they got the giant hand. I can't wait to walk into the hotel room tonight and see the giant hand where I can put my wallet, my keys, my badge, all that stuff. 213-748-1291. 213-748-1291 or eastcentralhotel.com. That way you can get your own hotel room, whether you have a whip and chaps or you have a dude ranch you want to bring in for the weekend. Why not? The East Central Hotel, downtown L.A., entertainment's official address.
Really excited to see the new schools come into play at the Coliseum. Obviously, you're going to have Notre Dame to finish the season. That's always a special game. But seeing Nebraska showing up, Penn State showing up, LSU at the Collie, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I think both programs, the men's football program and the men's basketball program, are moving in the right direction. And the women's basketball program at USC is going to be ranked top 5 next year. So it's a great time for the USC Trojans to be back on ESPN LA.
I'm really curious to see, what does USC football look like without Caleb Williams? What are the adjustments that Lincoln Riley makes? And what is the defense going to look like in the non-Alex Grinch era?
New conference, new quarterback, just really fired up on the football side. New head coach for basketball, so almost like a really new team, which is going to be awesome. And then returning to prominence for USC women's basketball, to be back to where USC women's basketball is. I'm super excited to see Juju in her second year, but just the rest of the players continue to grow under Coach Godley.
This beautiful thing has been up since the first time SC was here. But guess what? USC is back! And once again, this means something for us. Pumped for this season. USC Athletics back on 710 ESPN.
The best Southern California casino.
If you're looking for a new couch, you could cut down on expenses by bundling your car and renter's insurance with Progressive. Because you know you've had this couch for too long. Sure, you've had good times together, but a ripped-up cushion is not a fond memory. It's a sign. Notice how other people have couches with 2 armrests? Now that's living, right? No, it's just normal. So bundle your renters and car insurance with Progressive and put the savings toward a new couch. Please, it's time. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
A Yacht Rock Mount Rushmore hit. Jay
Thunder
Ferguson.
Island.
Thunder Island.
I don't know this one.
Oh, great
Jay
song.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jay Ferguson.
No, when you
That's
hear
a
this-
one-hitter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
La, 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 la.
Oh, I love Thunder Island.
Yeah.
Mason and Ireland on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Kia downtown LA. 26 minutes in front of 4 o'clock. Coming up at 55. DeMarco Farr's here in for Shan. Do you guys miss Sedano?
I do miss Sedano.
I miss him a little bit.
Yeah, I do. He's in Paris.
Yeah.
Is he there for the Olympics?
No, just for fun.
He just wanted to go to the Louvre. See the lady who's only partially smiling.
Thank you.
I'm always like, why didn't you
Oh, look
smile?
at Cappy. Look at this lightweight.
Oh, right. We're doing the summer games here at the office.
Yeah.
The office games.
Hopefully he's better at that than doing radio.
Well, don't pick on Cappy.
Why? Oh, you guys are buddies now?
Yeah. I like Cappy.
He gets exposed when the Sedano's not here.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No, I think Cappy...
You think Cappy driving...
I think Cappy he rises to the occasion.
Cappy doing 2-minute teases in and out is better radio?
Cappy rises to the occasion.
Uh-huh.
He's entertaining.
Uh-huh. No, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
But the show is Sedano and Cap. You need Sedano to make the show
I
work.
agree. You need Sedano and Cap for it to be Sedano and Cap.
Okay.
So,
Just
Ireland...
like when this show doesn't have John, it's a glaring weakness.
Well, that's half a basketball season. All right.
Oh, come on, man.
So,
sad but true.
How much does a gold medal add to your basketball resume, Ireland, in your mind?
In like financial terms?
No. In terms of like greatest of all time, won the most gold medal, all that kind of stuff.
I think it's less than winning an NBA title, and I think those who try and argue that it's more than are full of it.
Okay, so Kendrick Perkins, our friend Kendrick Perkins, was talking about LeBron, who is competing for another gold medal at this year's Olympics in Paris, starting on Sunday against Serbia. And this is what Kendrick said about LeBron.
Well, I think that, everyone around, all the countries around the world are catching up with us, right? And guys are going to come out there and teams are going to come out there and compete. But when I think about Team USA, the one thing that I take away from that game is LeBron James. And we talk about striving. He talk about striving for greatness. But how about changing it up a bit and saying striving to be the greatest of all time? Because here's the magical number right now when you think about it. It's 2. The magical number is 2. Why? Because I know it's boring right now in the basketball world when it comes down to the NBA. But guess what? Michael Jordan and LeBron James are always going to be tied together when it comes down to the GOAT conversation. Both of those guys got 2 gold medals. If LeBron James could get one up on him in that category, you best to believe he's going to do everything in his power to do that. That's why he's taking this so serious. That's why we've seen him take the lead in that second half against Sudan, because this is what he's striving for, to be the greatest.
Now, Ireland, do you think that's in LeBron's head that I will have one more gold medal than Michael Jordan?
I do not. Because back when Michael Jordan was competing, remember he won his first one in '84 in L.A., and then he won his second one on the Dream Team. LeBron can go back every year. We made the switch to professionals after that, so it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, he's got 2 golds and 1 bronze. LeBron does.
Yeah, and the bronze is embarrassing.
You know who's, according to this, you know who's got 3? Carmelo and Kevin Durant each have 3.
I thought Carmelo had 4.
Carmelo got a bronze in 2004, so he's been to 4 Olympics, but he got a bronze in that burnout year.
Bronze and 3 golds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant is playing. Well, yeah, he's playing for his 4th. I think he's still going to play, isn't he?
Yeah, they're not. They haven't kicked him off the team like they did to Kawhi.
Yeah, they just bailed on Kawhi.
Wouldn't you?
Worst superstar ever. Never been a worse superstar than Kawhi Leonard.
Really?
Well,
Ever.
I mean, that's not true. He's a 2-time NBA Finals MVP.
Right,
He's
but
really
who's
good
a
when
worse?
he's healthy.
Who's a worse superstar?
Well, a lot of people would say Carmelo. Would you rather have Carmelo's career or Kawhi's career?
Well, Kawhi's, but do you consider Carmelo to be? I guess he was a superstar for part of his career. But
First ballot Hall of Famer. Not even a. Would you rather have,
first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
So I mean, I think that qualifies him as a superstar. Would you rather have Chris Paul's career or Kawhi Leonard's?
Kawhi's got the rings.
Right.
Right, but
So why are you ripping
when I
Kawhi?
say worst superstar, I mean he contributes nothing to the social currency of the game. He's quiet. He makes reporters wait to talk to him. He misses gigantic chunks with no real explanation. No, that's why he's the worst. He comes, he goes, he's here, he's not.
Well,
I'm a fun guy.
But, he's a fun guy.
What you're describing is why I'm surprised when it came time to decide who they were going to keep and who they were going to let walk. I would have put Paul George first.
Yeah.
I would have kept Paul George, then Kawhi, then James. They kept James and Kawhi and let Paul walk. I'm not sure they got that right.
Yeah, I'm not. I would have let Kawhi walk.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, get me the guy that's going to play more games. And Kawhi, who knows? Who knows? And I know Ballmer's like all optimistic. We're going to win the West. The Clippers are not going to win the West. I think that's a 40 win team. What do you think?
I'm closer to 45, but you're not wrong. They're not going to win the West.
Yeah, I think the Lakers feel like 45 and the Clippers feel like 41.
I think OKC is the 1. Probably Denver's the 2.
Yeah.
And I still think the Lakers can compete for the 3.
Of course you do.
I mean, come on. like I understand what
Did you
have to do, but
no. Well, okay, Greg. Who's the 3?
Minnesota.
Well, the Lakers beat Minnesota twice last year.
That doesn't mean they're not going to be the 3. They could sweep Minnesota and they still wouldn't be the 3.
And still, right. No, I think that's a great, optimistic, rosy view of things.
I think that besides Minnesota, you're right. Minnesota, if they can do it 2 years in a row, that was the first year they've really been good, would probably be the lead for the 3. But I group Dallas is the other one I worry about. I think Dallas has a really good team.
Are they down to the 4?
5?
No,
the
no.
5?
I'm grouping all these teams together.
Okay.
I'm separating Oklahoma City and Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm grouping Dallas, Minnesota, Clippers, Lakers. I'm not sure what to do with Phoenix. What do you guys think about Phoenix?
I think they're a mess.
They still have 3 guys.
Yeah,
are
but I think they're a
superstars.
mess. They don't fit.
Weren't they the 6th last year, though?
They were.
They were.
And they're
but
bringing everybody back.
Right, but do you honestly believe there's
coach.
something there?
Yeah, I think any team with Devin Booker, Durant, and Bradley Beal should be pretty good.
The Lakers
and a
get
new
the
coach.
3, they'll build a statue for JJ.
No,
Redick.
seriously. If the Lakers get the 3, I think there should be a parade. There should be a parade if they're the 3 seed.
Well,
John.
the funny thing is they don't even care about getting the 3. They're going to
Correct.
judge how deep they go in the playoffs.
I want them to get. I say get to the top 6. I think they got a shot at the 6. I'm going to be a little more realistic.
I'd be happy anywhere in the top 6.
Just avoid the play-in. That would be the goal.
I pretty much count on being in that every year just because of the way the last few years have gone. So I'd be ecstatic if they missed the play.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do some gaming games. I see Jacob and Ronnie here. Whose game is it today?
Yours.
Oh.
You know what I realized? I worked very hard today to get Sudafed delivered.
Sudafed?
I need Sudafed. Look at my eye. My sinuses, even at Pebble Beach, my sinuses
Oh,
are
yeah?
You need me there today.
I know. That's the day.
Ireland's got everything.
And I just realized I haven't taken it. You take it every day, right, John?
I do. I take 1 in the morning every day.
Isn't that speed?
Essentially.
But it keeps your nasal passages clear.
So you can do more drugs.
And
For
gives
me.
you more.
For me. No,
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
gives you more. Like a lot of people do that, right? Take a Sudafed in the morning or take.
I got great.
When I
Greg's
first
joking
started
on that
covering sports in L.A., they in hockey locker rooms, they had bowls of Sudafed like candy.
Really?
In the locker room.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a really big
Maybe
deal.
I should go to the Sudafed before the show instead of the espressos.
Well, I only take it in the morning because if you take it later in the day, it'll keep you up.
Right. All right, so Game of Games. It's my game today. I got it's a little NFL game today. We're getting ready for football season. In fact, I did the math today. We are 45 days away from the start of the NFL season.
That's it?
That's it. It's coming.
Wow.
We will do that coming up next for you. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN. God, I love Commerce Casino. What a great spot. Out there playing poker a couple of weeks ago, and I was losing bad. And the last hand, I'm just about out of time. The last hand, I'm just going to go all in and I'm going to bluff. And I bluffed my way through a 3-8 offsuit and fooled everybody and came away almost even, which I'll take. The largest poker room in the world, the best poker action in Southern California, always a seat for you at the Commerce, maybe even next to me. This year, Commerce Casino's paying out over $20 million in jackpots with great food at Commerce, professional and friendly staff. The dealers will give you good cards once in a while. Beautiful hotel rooms. My mom and not stepdad Leo stayed in one for the Mandy's. There are tournaments every day. Commerce Casino is the spot. Located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com. And I'll see you at the Commerce, Mesa, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Really excited to see the new schools come into play at the Coliseum. Obviously, you're going to have Notre Dame to finish the season. That's always a special game. But seeing Nebraska showing up, Penn State showing up, LSU at the Collie, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I think both programs, the men's football program and the men's basketball program, are moving in the right direction. And the women's basketball program at USC is going to be ranked top 5 next year. So it's a great time for the USC Trojans to be back on ESPN LA.
I'm really curious to see, what does USC football look like without Caleb Williams? What are the adjustments that Lincoln Riley makes? And what is the defense going to look like in the non-Alex Grinch era?
New conference, new quarterback, just really fired up on the football side. New head coach for basketball. So almost like a really new team, which is going to be awesome. And then returning to prominence for USC women's basketball, to be back to where USC women's basketball is. I'm super excited to see Juju in her second year, but just the rest of the players continue to grow under Coach Gottlieb.
This beautiful thing has been up since the first time SC was here. But guess what? USC is back! And once again, this means something for us. Pumped for this season. USC Athletics back on 710 ESPN.
Jimenez connects and goal! What a way to smoke the net! The stadium roars with fire. They marinated the play with the perfect ingredients. They control the ball just like the masters of carne asada, with total control of the grill temperature and waiting for the perfect moment to throw all the meat on the grill. This team's got flavor.
When you're a master of carne asada, it stands out. We, the carniceros of Northgate Gonzalez Market, are the true masters of carne asada because we have years of experience perfecting the art of cutting, tenderizing, and marinating our meat. From juicy arrachera to tasty cecina and delicious chorizo, we have everything you need so you can enjoy a shopping experience of the highest quality. Come to Northgate Gonzalez Market and let the masters of carne asada take care of you. Northgate Gonzalez Market. Every visit has a story.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential.
But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mesa and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. You guys are all on the clock. Because this game is all about the NFL. Do you need headphones, Jacob?
That would be nice.
Oh. Yeah, no, we'll work that out. We'll work that out. Great to see you, by the way.
Nice to see you.
Ireland's up in his Idaho complex.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's
I'm sure
right.
it's beautiful up there. That's what I hear anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I've never
It's
seen
great.
it.
It's
I
pretty
like to be
spectacular.
there.
Yeah. So this game is all about the NFL.
All right.
And it involves stuff that happened last year in the NFL, and it's an either-or game. So here we go. Here's number 1. Who threw for more yards last year, Jared Goff or Dak Prescott? Jared Goff or Dak Prescott? What do you think, Jacob?
I'm going with Dak.
Dak. Ireland.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Bergman.
Dak.
Dak. Brian.
Goff.
Goff. The correct answer is Goff. Yeah. He was number 2 in passing yardage last year, trailing only Tua Tagovailoa.
Wow.
Did I say his name?
He must have been close to 5,000 yards then, because
40. Tua was 46-24.
No, Tua. You said Dak.
Tua was 46-24. Dak was 45-16, and Jared was 45-75.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're
Good for him.
very close.
Number 2. Who had more touchdown catches last year? Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp? Puka or Coop? Ireland, what do you think?
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Is this a trick question? It has to be Puka.
It's very close.
Okay, I'll say Puka.
Puka. Bergman.
Touchdown catches?
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Brian.
I think Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. Jacob.
I'm going for Cooper, too.
Correct answer. Puka Nacua. He had 6 touchdown catches, and Cooper Kupp had 5. So very, very close. And you can
Closer
see
than I thought.
He didn't catch a lot of touchdown passes like the first 5 weeks.
Right.
He didn't have any.
Yeah, but he's a go-to guy when Stafford gets down to the goal line, so he's still going to get a share of opportunities. All right, number 3. Who led the league in tackles last year? It was either Bobby Wagner, who played in Seattle and Washington, or Zaire Franklin from the Colts. Wagner or Franklin, Bergman?
Franklin.
Franklin. Brian?
Franklin.
Franklin. Jacob?
Franklin.
Franklin. And Ireland?
Wagner.
Wagner's the correct answer. Yes, Wagner. Second in the league was Zaire Franklin from the Colts. Ireland has 3.
I have
Brian
0.
1. Jacob and Bergman 0.
Jacob, what has happened to you? You've been a tornado this month.
Hi, John.
Number 4. Still plenty of time. Who had more sacks? Troy Hendrickson from Cincinnati or Khalil Mack for the Chargers? Hendrickson or Mack? We start with Brian. Here's
that's Khalil Mack.
That's Khalil Mack. All right. Jacob?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack. Ireland?
I cannot pick Khalil Mack. So whoever the other guy is.
Hendrickson.
Yeah, him.
And Bergman.
God, I really hope it's Hendrickson, but I know that Mack had 6 against the Raiders, so yeah, Mack.
Correct answer. Oh, God. Ireland. It's Troy Hendrickson.
Oh, man.
Hendrickson had 17.5. Khalil Mack had 17. T.J. Watt led the league with 19. So Ireland 4, Brian 1, Jacob and Bergman
0.
Nothing.
Oh wait, they're competing for the Romo.
Oh, that's right.
It is still the Romo.
It is still the Romo if you go over in a game. Number 5. Who had a better quarterback rating last year? Justin Herbert or Matthew Stafford? Justin Herbert or Matthew Stafford? Jacob.
I will go with Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. Ireland.
There's no way you would pick a question where the answer was Justin Herbert over Matthew Stafford. Give me Stafford.
Stafford. Bergman.
Stafford.
Stafford. Brian.
Give me Herbert.
You're right.
Yeah, baby.
It is Herbert.
No!
Herbert
thought I knew you.
Herbert was 5th in QBR. Stafford was 6th. So it was very close, but Herbert beat him. It's Ireland 4, Brian 2, Jacob 0, Bergman 0.
Wow. How many are left?
Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Have we ever had 2 people go win?
Let's do this,
scoreless?
Jacob. We can do it. We can do it.
You should
it's
go
the
wrong
Bergman
now.
No,
Okay.
I'll give you
All
first billing. Ermani/Bergman if this happens.
Let's go.
It will be legendary.
Let's go. We're coming.
If you get nothing. All right. Who has won more games? Sean McDermott or Sean McVay? Sean McDermott or Sean McVay? Ireland, we're going to start going to you first.
Yeah,
since you
that's
got a big
fine.
lead.
Again, I'm going to go back to my thing. There's no way you would have a question where McVay is the wrong answer, so I'm going with McVay.
All right. Bergman? Yeah, I guess you got to go the opposite, right?
See, this is where it screws me. But so McDermott. 'Cause
McDermott.
If I don't want to choose it, I still have to.
Brian.
I think McDermott.
McDermott. And Jacob.
McDermott.
McDermott is the right answer.
Hey, sorry,
here we
Romo.
go.
Now get this,
Sorry,
they've
Laura.
both coached 7 years. McDermott has won 73 games, and McVay has won 70. So it's
All right,
close.
so did Brian just catch me?
No, Brian's got 3.
Okay.
One off.
You've got 4. Brian's got 3. Jacob and Bergman are both on the board.
We're still alive,
Okay.
Jacob. We have to get everyone right.
Let's go. We're doing
Number 8. Who threw for more yards last year? Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew, who was in Indianapolis? O'Connell or Minshew, Ireland? These are 2 of your favorite guys.
And it's just like total yards.
Total yards thrown for you last year, yeah.
The only reason I'm going to say Minshew is because I think he played more. So give me Minshew.
Minshew. Bergman?
I got to go O'Connell.
Brian?
Give me the Pro Bowler Minshew.
Minshew. And Jacob?
I'll go Minshew.
Minshew is the right answer. Yeah, he did get more playing time. He threw for 3,305 yards compared to Aiden O'Connell, 2,218.
We're out.
So Jacob is out. Bergman is out.
Yeah, I
We're
just
down-
got 2 in a row. I'm out.
Yeah, sorry. I ran out
Yeah,
of
we had to go
questions.
opposite of Ireland.
I can't ask questions all day long. Ireland 5, Brian 4. Ireland will go first. Here's the question. Who has more career sacks? Max Crosby or Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce? More sacks. Max Crosby or the Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce, John?
Pierce played for a long time. Give me Pierce.
Pierce.
Is this
Brian.
the last one?
Yeah, last one.
Give me Crosby.
And you're absolutely right. It
Yeah,
is
baby.
Max
We got a
Crosby.
tie. There you go,
Oh,
Brian.
You
Here's the
caught
weird
me,
thing.
Brian.
He was Antonio Pierce's game. He was a linebacker, but he wasn't a guy that got a lot of sacks. He only had 9 sacks. Max Crosby has 52 in his career so far.
Oh, wow. So I thought you were trying to trick me.
All right, last one. This is the tiebreaker. If you add the career passing yardage of Matthew Stafford, Aiden O'Connell, and Justin Herbert, what is the total? So career numbers, O'Connell plus Stafford plus Herbert. Write down a number.
Wow. That is a lot.
It's closest. It's not closest without going over.
Okay.
You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
I got. Wow, this is. I'm
tough one.
totally guessing here.
Okay. What do you say, John?
85,000.
85K.
I put 45,000.
45K. The win goes to John Ireland. Correct
Good job,
answer,
John.
75,488. Stafford's got over 56,000. Herbert's got 17,000. Aiden O'Connell has got 2,200. So there you have 75,488. And Ireland takes the game.
Well, Brian, you made a good comeback there,
That was
though.
good. That was good. So, Jacob.
Hey, while Jacob's here, I want to ask the 4 of you a question.
Yeah.
All right. I'm playing right after this show ends. It doesn't get dark here till like 9 o'clock at night. So right after this show ends, I'm playing golf with my 16-year-old niece, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Wow.
She is a really good player.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay, she plays on her high school team. She's an 8 handicap, and so am I.
Nice. Oh, she's the same handicap as you?
Yes.
Wow.
She plays from different tees than me, but she's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's never beaten me, but I want to give her some confidence.
No.
If we get to
Absolutely
the last
not.
hole, Jacob, you're a parent. If we get to the last hole and I got a 10-footer to beat her, should I leave it a little short?
I would not. Especially a 16-year-old that has the same handicap as you. I know you're 17, only a year older, but I mean, the reality becomes is somebody who's that good is obviously driven enough to be a great athlete. And if you did that, I think it would be unfair to her. She wants to
Well, I
beat
wouldn't tell her.
Yeah, but she should be able to get a chance to beat you fair and square.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't throw the kid a bone at this point. I mean, you got to lose a lot to win.
Listen,
I mean, she's my niece, man. I don't want to. Why? I'm going to step on her
Barrier.
neck.
Listen, my kids
Barrier.
John, my kids are older now, so you know my two oldest are actually taller than me now. But even as of a few years ago, when I used to play with them in the backyard one-on-one,
You wouldn't let him win.
I would back him in. And I would make sure to get everything in so that they had something, to shoot for. Beat me.
My dad used to beat me in everything for a
Oh,
long.
my God,
beat me in
Mace, I thought you
basketball,
were going to
beat me in
say my
chess.
dad.
No,
I thought you were on your way to say
Beat
my
me.
dad used to beat me with a
Yeah,
stick.
no, not that. But he beat me at everything. He beat me at chess. He beat me at basketball. And once I started winning, I kicked his ass every single
Well,
time.
let me say this: she might beat me straight up anyway.
Right, I was going to say that,
Yeah.
but
But don't let her win.
Oh, okay, I won't.
Teach the kid a lesson.
I will give 100%, and I will report the results to you tomorrow.
Yeah, I would love to know what
I
happens.
bet she loses to Uncle John.
That's right.
So, by the way, I just got this text, Mace,
Yeah.
from the great Judy Cito, who was head of athletic performance for
Yeah.
the Lakers for many, many years. She now does that for LAFC. She says, "Hey, John, Jacob came by our practice facility today and comes to our LAFC games. Mason, too. When are you coming to a game?"
Yeah, that's so funny. I was there today.
To an
That's what she
LAFC
said.
game?
Yeah, I was at the.
Judy noticed you.
I
Yes.
was just there a couple of weeks ago. Jacob, you're out there a lot, right?
Yeah, I was at the practice.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun because we got a nice tour through their athletic facility, through their gym, and as we were going through, Judy was working on one of the players, and I said hello to her, and I said, "Wow, I used to see you on the Lakers. Now I see you here."
Yeah.
We said she was very nice, and it was just nice to be able to see that she's in there with another winning organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, she's also, what brought her to the Lakers, Jacob, was that she was Kobe's basically personal athletic performance person.
Oh, wow.
And then the Lakers hired her because, obviously she had so much success with Kobe that the Lakers hired her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I'd be out there again soon. I want to do another game in the 32-52.
Let's do it.
Yeah, have you been in there?
I have basically went in there for a minute and I came out, but I know you and Greg were in there.
Yeah.
I know you guys were rocking it in
Bergman,
there.
you would go back, right?
100%.
I thought
It was
that-
so fun. It was so fun.
Yeah. Cappy wants to go. Yeah, Cappy's in. Let's put a group together and
let's
go.
put a group. I'm
32-52.
I am down.
We'll do it with the 420 originals.
Let's do
Those
it.
are the guys I didn't do it with last time.
So, in other words, don't plan on driving home?
Correct. Do not plan on driving home. Hey, Game of Games is brought to you by the great Jacob Imrani. He is the real deal. I can attest to it myself. If you are involved in any kind of accident, 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com, the real deal. Jacob, great seeing you, man.
Great seeing you guys. Thank you.
And let's hit the super station.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Bit of a stutter there.
A little extra enthusiasm.
Yeah. So DeMarco's here, Cappy's here. A little Supercross talk. How did everything go yesterday, DeMarco?
On the show?
Yeah, on the show.
Great. We had fun.
I heard a bunch of it. I thought it was. You guys are great.
Are you kidding me?
No, you guys are great.
You're giving me the funny look again.
No, I'm
Okay.
serious. I listened to a bunch of the show yesterday.
Yeah, you liked it.
I love the show.
See, he stared off. What were we talking about? Game of Games, and it was Ryan Seacrest.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I got
that's
it wrong,
right.
and you stared a hole through
From
me.
Georgia,
Like,
yeah.
You were trying to tell me wrong answer.
Yep.
I'm getting that same stare.
I was trying to
You were trying to
telepathically
I was trying to tell him without telling him.
Yes.
Because I knew the answer to that
I thought,
yesterday.
but I was going the other way. But
Yeah.
he liked the show, Cap. That's cool.
Yeah, no,
we're having fun.
It's a fun show. Who's the guy that you used to do the show with?
I don't remember him.
No, don't recall?
That guy went on to become a big. Star of play-by-play.
Oh, big play-by-play star. That's right. Yep. So, Cappy, what do you? Actually, this is a good question for you, DeMarco.
What's up?
So Jordan Love's probably going to get about $50 million.
Yeah. Wow.
They're saying Dak could be $60 million next year.
That's insane.
Price is going up.
Now, if you're a franchise, if you're an organization, do you sign him for $60 million because it so hamstrings everything else you want to do?
Well, the salary cap went up
Yeah.
some, so you can spend more, and quarterbacks want more. Here's your question. If you don't want to sign Dak, if you don't want to sign Love in Green Bay, what is your second option?
Yeah, you got to dig back into the draft and get it right. I mean,
yeah.
That's because if you are that team that has the cost-controlled quarterback for 1, 2, 3, like C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
Houston is really teed up
You're
right now.
all in right now.
Yeah.
Yes. San Francisco is all in right now.
Right, because
They
Brock
haven't paid-
Purdy, they haven't
paid
had to
Purdy
pay.
yet. But eventually, if you get to be a perennial contender, you're going to wind up in the same boat as everyone else. You're going to have to pay your quarterback because that means that guy's pretty good.
But San Francisco, excuse me, John, but San Francisco is in a much different situation than all these other teams that we're talking about because everybody's going back to the Russell Wilson thing. The Seahawks won a Super Bowl and were in a second Super Bowl when Russ had not yet gotten paid, okay? The thing about San Francisco is they don't have a first-round guy who's making decent money. They have Mr. Irrelevant who's making like league salary average for like early. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say.
Your guy got lucky with
probably,
Purdy,
right?
Totally lucky with Purdy because the thing is, Johnny is that Purdy is probably making like $600,000 or $700,000. You know what I mean?
For now.
Right. Whereas a guy like Stroud, for example,
Yeah.
was a first-round pick, and let's say his number is, I'm just making it up, $6 million. You know, I mean, San Francisco has to try and finish this job before Purdy gets paid.
He has an average annual salary of $934,000.
Right.
That's
and even
Purdy.
if they don't, if they get close, you're still going to pay him.
Right.
And then you're going to start to hemorrhage guys.
Yeah.
So if you want to win a championship, you have to do it within that 4-year window.
Mm-hmm.
I said this. I think I said it right here on the show. It's impossible, but I would love to see a day to where quarterbacks are replaceable, where you can replace these guys every 4 years where you don't have to pay them.
Right, but
that's
until they do
not
that,
possible.
DeMarco, Mace, where's the answer to your question is show me the example of it. If your goal is to win the Super Bowl,
Right.
which it should be. I
Sure.
mean, some guys are in it just to
the
make money.
Cowboys won back in the 1900s.
Right. But if your goal is to win the Super Bowl, where's the example of a team without a high-paid, like, elite quarterback that won the Super Bowl? You probably have to go back to Russell Wilson. And how long ago was
Where
that?
a guy wasn't elite and still won the Super Bowl?
Although Russell Wilson was pretty elite
He was good.
when he took them to the
Brad
Super
Johnson,
Bowl.
maybe?
Yeah. I mean, it's just really hard to do. The one thing even Brock Purdy's been to the Super Bowl twice now, right? Or was it just
once?
Yeah. It seems to me that if they don't pay Dak, you're right, it's a staggering number. And Green Bay's having the same conversation right now about Jordan Love. If you don't pay those guys, somebody else will, right, DeMarco?
Probably. You would have to think. I mean, how many guys would you swap for Dak Prescott right now? Probably 10 or 12 teams. It only takes one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's always at the top of the stat charts offensively every year. Just Dallas hasn't won the Super Bowl.
Here are the Super Bowl quarterbacks for the last couple of years. Mahomes and Hurts last year.
Okay.
Stafford and Joe Burrow the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Again, we're all elite.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mahomes and Jimmy Garoppolo.
There's one.
Garoppolo's not elite.
But they didn't win.
Tom Brady and Jared Goff.
Okay. Jared Goff is now elite.
I think
I
he's
would
moved
say he is
into elite. Yes.
Nick Foles and
Okay.
Tom Brady.
There's another
There's
one.
one. There's a good example.
Yeah.
But
Matt
Nick Foles,
Ryan, do we consider him elite?
he did get.
Matt Ryan is probably going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh man,
Yeah.
really?
Without a Super Bowl, he's thrown for a bunch of yards.
He has, but he's in the same class, Matt Ryan. Well, other than the fact that he played in a Super Bowl,
But it's Phil Rivers.
He's in the same class as Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
I think Phillip Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame.
If that happens,
Fouts got in, Marino got in.
Yes, but if that happens, that Phillip Rivers gets into the Hall of Fame, then what Deion Sanders said, and I remember it vividly, he's exactly right. We've stopped having guys that are generational.
Yeah.
We've started to accept guys that are really, really, really good. That's Phillip Rivers. He's really, really, really good. Matt Ryan, same deal.
Yeah.
But they're not generational. They're not championship.
Wow.
I mean,
They
even
were up 28-0. He was that close to being generational.
He was.
You're right.
Cappy,
Yeah.
a lot of this is narrative. Go back and look at Joe Namath's stats.
Right. Well,
And
that was a different game.
Different era.
Right.
Different era. And by the way, Joe Namath, you're right, John. Joe Namath is famous because of the guarantee.
Right.
And for paying it off.
Yeah.
And for doing it in New York in a different era.
Okay, so because you brought this up, so I'll go there. Leading is total yardage. Brady, Breeze, Super Bowl.
Both Hall of Famers and both
Manning,
champions.
Super Bowl.
Right.
Favre, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Roethlisberger, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Then Phillip Rivers.
Okay, great career. Incredible career.
And then Matt Ryan.
Okay, so both
Cap,
guys.
if Dan Fouts is in, why can't Rivers?
Yeah,
get
Dan
in?
Marino, by the way, is 8th in total yardage,
Marino's
just
in.
behind Rivers and Ryan.
I thought the benchmark for Hall of Fame quarterbacks was actually Bob Greasy. If you have better numbers than Greasy, then you can qualify to be in. So Rivers should be in.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you guys why though, and it's because in the era that Rivers played in, look at the top guys. The top guys are all from this modern era. The reason a guy like Marino went in is because at the time Marino was changing the way the passing game was played.
I completely agree with that.
And by the way, when you go back to Dan Fouts and the whole Eric Coryell era, that team, while did not play in a Super Bowl and never won a championship, that team absolutely revolutionized the way passing happened in the NFL at that particular time.
Right.
That's why those guys are Hall of Famers, and why I would argue that a guy like Matt Ryan or a guy like Phillip Rivers, who had brilliant careers, they're not Hall of Famers. A guy like Phillip Rivers,
shouldn't be, but they're going to be. Yeah.
But let me
ask you a question. What did Phillip Rivers win in his career?
Nothing.
I mean,
ever?
Really,
how deep?
Playoff? No real playoff impression at all.
Did they ever get to an AFC Championship
One
game,
time.
Cap?
One time. So here's if you remember, this is kind of some old school history that nobody would know because nobody in LA pays attention to the Chargers.
That's true.
But here's the thing: I want to say it was like 2007 or 8. You'll have to go check the date. They fired Marty Schottenheimer after a 14-2.
I remember that
14-2.
clearly.
Okay, they fire Marty Schottenheimer, who was an amazing coach, but as Marty would always say, the numbers don't lie. He was never successful in the postseason.
Correct.
Okay, they hire Norv Turner. By the way, Norv Turner is a great guy.
Great guy.
But he was not a great
quote-unquote, offensive coordinator.
He was not a head coach, leader of men personality. Okay, fine. His first year as head coach, he has Marty's team. He takes the Chargers to the AFC Championship game in New England. Here's what happened in that game.
Okay.
Antonio Gates had a turf toe, played but was not effective.
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson got hurt, sat on the bench, helmet on, visor on,
God, that's right.
jacket on. Deion Sanders said on the NFL Network, if he doesn't have surgery on his knee, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And Phillip Rivers, now here's the legend of Phillip Rivers. He played the game on Sunday. The previous Monday, he had arthroscopic knee surgery, and nobody knew about it.
Wow. Okay.
So he got scoped on Monday. He played on Sunday. And let me tell you, the Chargers were this close. I'm holding up my finger. This close. That was the year that the Patriots went undefeated. They went to the Super Bowl, and they lost the Super Bowl. They had a running back who filled in for LaDainian Tomlinson named Michael Turner.
Okay.
The burner.
Michael Turner took the ball from Phillip Rivers, went off tackle left, and he was about to score a touchdown until poetic justice happened in that moment. And the football gods were raining down in that moment because a linebacker from the New England Patriots came slicing through and stopped Michael Turner from getting into the end zone. Do you have any idea who that...
Junior Seau.
The football gods
Yes, right.
rained down in that
Wow.
moment. Right.
Oh, my God.
Way to go, Johnny.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's incredible.
I mean, if you think about it,
that is so poetic.
Think about the Matt Ryan thing. I mean, had they held on to that lead, Matt Ryan would be an automatic Hall of Famer.
Instant Hall of
So
Famer.
Kyle Shanahan is the reason why Matt Ryan is not going into, or he may get in, but
crazy.
Yeah.
But this all comes back to you guys talking about paying quarterbacks.
Yeah, you gotta pay them.
But think
What are
about
you gonna
this.
do?
You ready? Think about this. You're the New York Giants.
Yep.
You wind up signing Daniel Jones because you don't have the courage to say, you know what, we drafted him. He's only been okay. We don't think he's great. Let's go in a different direction.
But they've been a mess.
Like the Rams did with Jared
They don't know
Goff.
how good he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't pay good quarterbacks great money.
Yeah.
Well,
What choice do you
Mace,
have,
that's
though?
why the Rams cut bait on Jared Goff. They thought he was good, not great. Now he
Right.
may turn
Yeah.
out to be great, but then they trade for Matthew Stafford, and then they win the Super Bowl. So it's worth doing it.
yeah.
Hey, I got to go, boys.
All right. See
Okay.
ya.
Yeah,
Say hi
Coeur
to
d'Alene is
Sophie.
calling.
Yep.
I got a Cappy is small market. It
What?
says on the whiteboard.
What is this? Wow.
Cappy is leading an afternoon drive powerhouse today
Love it.
with Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr.
That makes him a heavyweight.
Yeah. Are you going to the movie night, Cappy?
I am. How about you?
See you there.
Remember when DeMarco did that show with Kevin Kyle? Remember that? Real top-notch
He's on my
talent.
neck. He's been on my neck all day.
Real
today. He's been
top-notch
on-
talent.
See, all day.